Stadium in Parker, Colorado. It's homecoming week for the Chaparral Wolverines. Undefeated and ranked #1, they welcome in the Highlands Ranch Falcons for this Friday night showdown. Hello, friends. Roddy Babb alongside Todd Romero. Welcome to Hometown News' broadcast of Douglas County and Parker, Colorado high school football. Hometown News is your place to follow Parker and Douglas County. We cover you all over from mayoral debates to farmers markets. Be sure to tune in to Hometown News to get the best coverage possible, promoting the community, your community. Hey, Todd, we got a big game tonight. The #1 ranked Chaparral Wolverines for the first time ever.
It is. It's a team that I tell you, it started building and building. There's probably 8 great teams that could win the state title. For the first time ever, this team ranked #1, knocked out Pomona a week ago. Now they get into conference play. This is a big one because not only is it conference play, it's homecoming, and you never know where the minds of 17 and 18-year-olds are. If the corsage matches the suit, they have to worry about the X's and O's to start off with and picking up a victory against Highlands Ranch.
Well, the guys that need to be dialed in the most is their impressive offensive line.
These guys, when you take a look at offensive lines, I think every now and then in high school football, you see one guy that's impressive, or maybe your left tackle, right guard. These guys across the line work as a unit. They work in tandem together, and it really is the #1 thing, the big guys up front, the big uglies that get it done.
You know, I talked with Coach Vogt this week, and he's put 3 guys in Division I football starting on the offensive line: Auburn, Stanford, CU. He says this might be his best unit.
Well, I mean, he would know. He takes a look at the talent that he has, and I think when you take a look at a team that's 4 weeks in, the one thing you've got to have is consistency on that offensive line. And let's be honest, if you want to throw in the offensive line and talk about where you get your weapons at, a couple of bookend tight ends that really do the job.
Yeah, Mitchell Parsons, the 10th ranked tight end in the country, according to Rivals, was an early CU commit. Seems he might be wavering now.
Well, I think you look at that Fresno State game and get pounded 69-14, and you, as a kid, the one thing you want to do, you want to go to a good program and you want to win. This is a kid that's been scouted by several people, and he has other options to go to. So when you're that kind of kid, you've got to really, if you're John Embry and the CU Buffs, you've really got to play on the heartstrings of, hey, this program is building, and try to stay home. But you know how kids are, especially kids with the athletic talent this guy has. He wants to win and win now.
Yeah, over 600 yards receiving last year, over 200 this year. He's not the only threat over there, though. Drew Van Manen is a double threat. They can't double Mitch Parsons. And the guy slinging him the ball, Max Coons. What a tremendous athlete this kid is. Great baseball player, incredible student. Coach Vogt lets him run the show out there on the offense.
And why wouldn't he? 10 touchdowns and 1 interception. That's this year. And as you threw out to me, I think only 2 interceptions in the past 2 years.
27 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. I'd let that guy drive my offense.
Well, Peyton Manning threw 3 1/4 against Atlanta. So anybody that's got 2 interceptions over a 2-year stretch, obviously the Coach Vogt is very comfortable with what he can do and being a coach on the field for being a high schooler. And he's been there before. He's had the experience of being an underclassman and the weapons he has, not only on the tight end, but a running back that gets, 6 yards a carry?
Yeah, just under 8, actually. And you know what? It's not just an offensive juggernaut. Their defense flies to the ball. I watched some tape on them this week. I've never seen a team tackle with 11 hats on the ball. And it starts in the middle with 2 juniors, R.J. Martin and Keenan Foch.
R.J. Martin, a nephew of Dan Graham. We know Thomas Jefferson fame, former tight end of the Denver Broncos, and a guy that obviously, and he's taken him, and I think recruited him, shown him to Nebraska?
Took him to Nebraska a couple weeks ago.
So I don't know if that may be sacrilege living in the state of Colorado, but when you're taking a look at the bloodlines there and the talent they have, Chaparral's got a team that can win the state title because #1, they've got the offensive line, they've got the offense. You got to have defense at no matter what level you play, and we've seen it before.
On the other side of the ball, we thought it was going to be a rebuilding year for Highlands Ranch when they started out 0-2. 2 big wins the past couple weeks. Coach Gorham's got them heading in the right direction.
You take a look at what they lost, and that's the big thing with teams. You lose a Donatel. You lose a stud running back that's a freshman up at CSU who actually scored a touchdown against CU. They lost a lot out of that team, but they've managed to win 2 games. And this is kind of a dangerous game. Chaparral certainly has more talent right now. They're more experienced, but you take in a Highlands Ranch team that's 2-2, hungry. It's going to be a rivalry game. They open a conference. You never know what can happen. These are kids.
Hey, and speaking of kids, the guy running the show on offense is a kid, junior Keenan Thames.
Yeah, he's a kid that is still looking for the experience. You're going to see mistakes from him because he's still getting his reps in. when you go up against a team like this on defense, he's going to do a lot of growing, a lot of learning tonight, regardless of the outcome.
And he's got big shoes to fill in Donatel, who's at Wake Forest now.
Yeah.
Former coach of one of the coaches of the Broncos kids.
Yeah, Donatel.
Yeah. So he's got his work. They got a senior running the ball, though, Alfred Prisco. So we're going to see what they can bring today. On the other side, their defense is salty. Their defense, 2 guys in the middle, senior laden, but their juniors really bring it. You know, it's going to be a tremendous game for us tonight as the Highlands Ranch Falcons battle the Chaparral Wolverines. We're ready to go, and what we're doing here at Hometown News is promoting local business, celebrating all you guys do in the community. Todd's standing by with one of our local business owners now. Take it away, Todd.
Thank you very much, Roddy, here with Mitch Klaus.
Hey, Todd, how are you?
Max Muscle here. Mitch, first of all, I guess this is a great night for high school football here.
This is an awesome night. This is going to be a stellar game, and I'm hanging out for the whole thing.
Well, listen, first of all, I'd like to thank you for stepping up, being one of the sponsors here, because it really is about bringing the community to the people at home that can't make the games, grandparents that have relatives in this community.
Absolutely.
First of all, what does it mean for you to be a part of this Parker community and be involved in it with the kids, the adults, and what this means?
I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is huge for a small business. I mean, being in Parker and being a small business, I mean, it's just a huge group of people that's very home-like, very in touch with their community. It's not some big city. They're looking for small businesses to go to, and it's a family feel. I mean, look around. This is a family feel. This is local stuff. People love this stuff, and as a business owner, I love this stuff too.
Well, and what made you decide on Parker when you were here? Is it the roots that you've had here? What made you? Were you comfortable in this community? What was it that got you dialed in to open your business here?
Well, originally I come from California. You know, that's kind of a very large and very populated area,
right.
And it's a smaller community. Like I said, it's a little bit more knit community together. And I talked to other business owners before I opened my business, and they were all thumbs up for opening a small business here. So that's what I did. I mean, it's worked out really well for me. But it's really more of it's really a knitted community. It's small. It's got everything you need, but it's really a family-based community.
Now, when you take a look at that and doing what you do, you're obviously interested in health and what that happens. Right. And in Colorado, right. I think the least obesity rate in the country.
Number one healthiest
state in the nation. Yep. So when you take a look at that, and being in a small community, you can actually teach kids, and you look at the high schoolers here at Chaparral High School, how to watch their diets, what supplements to use, what's safe anymore, because that's the big deal.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the thing about Max Muscle. That's the reason I got into the Max Muscle is there is a lot of stuff out there nowadays for these kids that they'll never know that they're putting in their body that most likely could be harmful.
Right.
That's why I really like Max Muscle. That's why I got involved with them. That's why I bought the franchise, because they test their products. They make sure that when one of these young kids, they can go to their mom and dad and say, "Hey, Mom and Dad, this is Max Muscle." Mom and Dad go, "Wait a minute, what's in it?" I can guarantee them that this has been tested to make sure that it's the highest quality, highest purity, American-made product that they can possibly put in their body.
Well, I think that's the key. I mean, it comes down to, and as we've learned it over the years, nutrition.
Yes.
And you take a look at, I think even the stats now that the kids don't have a life expectancy as we do right now because some of the garbage that's out there.
Correct.
You're able to get there and know. I mean, I remember 10 years ago, you look at creatine, but you didn't know if you didn't drink enough water, you're cramping up. The stuff you're using is not only healthy for these kids, it shows everything that's in it, and it gives them the proper nutrition so they can learn.
Correct. And you know, the thing is too is about when it comes to these kids, you know, getting that fundamentals of eating properly. If you start them now, then they develop that throughout their lifetime. Stay away from the fast foods and minimize all the junk because it's out there. We really have a lot of it. And that's what my goal is to take these high school students, and not just the high school students, but the kids, and of course, people that are a little bit more mature in age.
That's a good way to say it.
Mature in age, yes. To teach them on how to eat properly and make sure that, especially for the high school kids, if you're eating properly, then that performance is going to follow. And if you don't eat properly, then you know there's going to be a problem. And the base starts with whole food nutrition. The supplements are supplemental.
Right.
If you don't need the supplements and you're eating correctly, fantastic. But most of the time they're too busy, and so we plug in the supplements for them.
Well, I think that the evolvement has come a long way with the bars and the shakes that you can get now.
Absolutely.
Because it used to be, well, it's got this and it's got that in it. Now you know exactly what is in it. And let me ask you this: how many kids do you get in there that really need to learn? Are you able to pass on the learning techniques for these guys so they understand what this means now?
That's our focus. I mean, that's our complete focus, is actually educating these kids and the parents to make sure that they understand the solid eating patterns that these kids need to grow properly, to make sure they're performing properly, and getting the best they can out of their nutrition, but not overeating, not taking in the junk food. And like I said, if they need supplemental products, the right ones to put in at the right times. Because if you're taking just a little bit of supplements, don't waste your money on them, because they're not going to work for you. So, yes.
Let me ask you this. When you take a look at that, when you start and kids start buying shakes, you can offset the expense by staying away from the garbage.
Correct. Absolutely. You know, food is going to be a specific dollar amount per serving, but you're looking at some of the protein shakes that give you just the same nutrition, $2.
All right, for the viewers out there that do not know where you're at, fire out your address, website address, how to get a hold of you.
You got it. This is Max Muscle in Parker. We're at 10233 South Parker Road. We're about half a mile south of Lincoln on the west side of Parker Road. You can reach us at 303-783-4723, www.maxmuscleparker.com. Come in business. I got all the answers for you.
Max Muscle, right?
That's it.
There it is. I'll be in there. I just bought a house here. I'll be back. All right,
Todd,
enjoy the game. Let's go back. It's a hot rod.
Thanks, Todd. You know, there's nothing for community quite like high school football. All the kids, all the parents, and nothing better than homecoming weekend. And that's what we have here, Chaparral Wolverines versus the Highlands Ranch Falcons. A great day to celebrate community, and you're doing it here on Hometown News. Be sure to go on Facebook and like our site. You know, we like to do everything from promoting local businesses to covering local government events. Anything you need in Parker and Douglas County is available here on Hometown News. Be sure to look for us in the future covering all different types of events. I believe Todd's got himself another business owner. Todd, back to you.
All right, thanks, Roddy. With Leanne Osgood, Rocky Mountain Real Estate Advisors. How are you doing tonight? You ready for some football?
I love football.
All right, who are you rooting for?
I can't say that.
No?
No.
I tried. Tried to sneak one in.
We'll go Shap.
All right, going with Chaparral, the number one team in the state of Colorado.
Awesome.
Now, for those people that don't know, explain what you do. And we got a funny tie-in tonight, but go ahead and tell everybody what you do.
I'm a realtor in Parker, and we cover all of Douglas County with Rocky Mountain Real Estate Advisors. We're the fastest growing firm in the county right now. We're right downtown in Parker Station.
And this is a very fast-growing area. As a matter of fact, I just purchased a home here, so only a couple miles away.
Where you bought?
Haven't closed yet. Stonegate. Yeah, I haven't closed yet, but my wife, out of all the neighborhoods, my wife picked this one out. She felt comfortable with it. She liked the schools here. She
really
liked
the pool.
The access of where everything is, and that's the number one thing for her was access and what's
live
available.
Every day? Lincoln and Jordan. Like, I'm going to put a condo on top of the stoplight at Lincoln and Jordan, because that's where, in Parker, that's just such a huge intersection for you. You haven't noticed that yet, but you're going to see that your driving patterns are so entwined to Lincoln and Jordan.
Well, that's how I'm going to be going to work is Jordan.
Coffee. Yeah, you will. Yeah, it's a great neighborhood. Stonegate's awesome. The schools are great, and that's why people move here. I think people do a Douglas County search. We talked about that earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Douglas County, 6th wealthiest county in the country. People don't realize that. So when you have that kind of a play in, and people are like, "What's going on there? Why is it that we want to live there? And why is it that you move?"
Well, I mean, it's the area we wanted. It just felt right for us. I mean, the neighborhoods and what it had to offer. Obviously, the schools, the small town atmosphere within a big town.
Right. And when we moved here, I remember looking at Parker. Downtown Parker does this amazing, and I don't know if you've seen it yet, the Christmas carriage parade. And starting from Thanksgiving, when they do the tree lighting, till Christmas, they do carriage rides on Main Street. So they have these pictures. It's all decorated, and it's a Norman Rockwell type setting. I mean, you'll do it. You'll walk in, you'll be like, we're in Norman Rockwell world. Well, it really is.
Well, and the one thing you told me, and it's true, looking at a house, because I didn't get the first one, this is an area that's desirable that people want to go to.
Right.
And if you're looking for that steal real estate-wise, it's probably not going to happen because I'm telling you, every time I've offered on a house, there's been 3 or 4 people that have been right there.
They go on the market this summer. It's starting about February here in Douglas County. It really hasn't slowed down. We've taken a little bit when school goes back in session, of course. Most people like to be settled by Labor Day, so their kids are in school and they've got their flow going. But for those that are still wanting to move here, we have a lot of corporate reloads, and we have a lot of people just coming out to Douglas County for the same reasons you did. Want the schools, want the small town feel, want the community, want this. I mean, you want to go to a high school that's big enough to be ranked first in the state, but small enough where you know your neighbors and you wave on the street, and it's a great place to be. So, but it's competitive. How many bids did you lose?
2 houses. So the third one was a charm, and then we had to fight to get that one.
But here's the good thing is buyers came in and they said, oh, there's still a deal. And for people, those sellers that have been sitting on the fence going, I'm not going to make up what I bought in 06, 07, 08. You know, they bought in 08.
Right.
And you know what? We're making up that ground. We're making it up quickly. And they should call somebody just to check out what their value is right now.
Well, as a buyer, I can tell you that there's been some times where you can actually get in a bidding war, but what you get for your money when you come to this area, it kind of had everything. So for people that want to get a hold of you, throw that out, how they can get a hold of you, and what you can offer them to give them more information.
Thank you. My website is osgoodteam.com, and I'm under Rocky Mountain Real Estate Advisors. So you can go osgoodteam.com or rmrea.net. Either one. And then you'll see my brokerage information. And my number is 303-810-5757.
One more time, slower.
I know that. I'm not good on TV. 303-810-5757. Welcome to Parker.
So it's Leanne Osgood. Leanne, it's all good. All right, back to Roddy Babb.
Thank you.
Thanks, Todd. It is all good. Here on a Friday night, homecoming for Chaparral. You know, they've certainly built a tremendous athletic department down there. And it all starts with the AD. You know, he's done a great job. Last year, state champions in basketball, tremendous other sports. Was down there the other day. Great weight room, great facilities. Hey, and Todd's standing by with Gary Thompson. Todd?
All right, Roddy, thank you very much. Now with the Chaparral AD, Gary Thompson. And Gary, this has been an exciting time for your school. I think last year, 3 state titles to celebrate. It's starting to be a winning tradition here.
Yeah, the school's maturing. We're 16 years old now, and the athletics have grown. This is my 9th year there. Last year with the volleyball winning their 2nd consecutive. Cheerleading won their 2nd state title in the last 7 in December, and then our basketball team won it over Arapahoe in a great game in March. So it was a great year last year, and we hope to keep going this fall, and football's doing a nice job right now.
Well, I'll tell you, I just moved into the area. Well, I haven't moved in yet. I just got the house, so I'm trying to talk my 14-year-old to move down from Glenwood to play football here. But it's a great area and a great atmosphere, and you've already got some built-in rivalries here that have been building, and now as the number 1, I would think that will only get further intense.
Yeah, obviously talking to the kids this week in the hallway, the kids know being number 1, they have a target on their back and need to be ready every week, and everybody wants to knock them off, and I think that's great for them maturity-wise as they go towards the playoffs. And who knows, it's wide open, and it's nice to be in the mix.
Well, there's probably 7 or 8 teams in 5A that could win the state title. A very talented football state, very talented in this year. And you know as well as I do, it's tough to get there. It's tougher to stay there.
It absolutely is. And Coach Vogt and the rest of the coaches have worked extremely hard, and the boys have too over the years. And the off-season training they do is nonstop. And summertime, it's just hard work. And there's a reason they're being successful. It's because of their hard work. But absolutely, the league itself, you have Regis is tough. Joe Johnson does a terrific job at Thunder Ridge. And it's a tough football league.
If you can, it's a somber time for this community. Todd Vogel, you've got some things going for him, and unfortunately drowned. It's a story that's extremely sad, but you guys are trying to take what you can from that to get his name remembered and to go forward.
Absolutely. Todd was a terrific guy and colleague of mine working in administration at the school. He had 4 kids, has 4 kids, under the age of 6, 6'4", and twin boys that are 2.
Wow.
And so we've been working on a lot, trying to get some different fundraising efforts, and we do have a web link. I don't have it memorized right now on the Chaparral webpage where you can go and give some donations. We also have a golf tournament we're playing on June 17th out of Heritage Eagle Bend that anybody can be a part of it, and all go towards their kids' college fund.
You know, that's one thing about being in a community like this, in a small town community that's got a big town feel, is the ability to do something nice for somebody that meant so much to you guys.
Absolutely, and that's the theme of our school, and the kids know it and they hear it from our principal, and the kids tell us too, is take care of one another. And that's just the theme that we live by in our building, and we got great kids, great families, and it's a great school.
Well, I know that you've got a football game to watch tonight. Good luck. Enjoy yourself, and keep those kids getting good grades, will you?
Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you. Roddy Babb, back to you.
Thanks, Todd. A tremendous loss in the community and the school. Be sure to go support their website and their donate to their fund and raise money for those kids. Hopefully this community will come together, and that's what Hometown News is all about, is bringing community together. We want to be sure to thank Gary and the administration for all the support they've given us, the whole Douglas County School District actually, for having us out here to broadcast this game tonight. You know, it's a tremendous time when you can go out and celebrate things like this, like homecoming and high school football and local business. And that's what we here at Hometown News are all about, celebrating everything you guys do in the community. So be sure to go to Facebook, like our page, check us out, and RelyLocal. Hey, speaking of local entrepreneurs, Todd's got another one with him at home business. Todd?
Thank you very much, Roddy. Standing by with Helani Ellis, handmade by Helani. Did I get it right?
You did, yeah.
I didn't butcher it. How you doing?
That's good. I'm good. How are you?
Now, are you ready for some football tonight?
I am. I'm a huge fan of high school football. I was varsity cheer captain my senior year, and it's a really great vibe in the stadium with all the family and friends that come out to watch everybody.
Varsity cheer captain. Look out. All right, let's go into your business and what it means. First of all, tell us about your business, what it is, so people out there know.
I have a home-based business that is hand-sewn products for all ages, and it's kind of funny how the business started. I had a girlfriend that knew I sewed, and she came to me one day and said, "Do you know how to sew a zipper?" And I said, "Oh, no, I don't want to do that. It's too intimidating." And she shared the idea that if we do it together and we mess up, it would be shared blame. And so, of course, as you know, two people together coming, and it was perfect. We got it, we figured it out, and so once we knew how to sew with the zipper, the creative outlet for me just blew up, and I just got so excited being at the sewing machine and being a stay-at-home mom with two kids. I love kind of having a side hobby. So it was when I started giving these gifts to people that they started asking to buy them from me so that they could then gift them to other people. So that's
so I
kind
built slowly and kind of snowballed a little bit for you.
Yeah, about 50 to 70% of my business now are referrals, as well as those that have received the gift that want to then gift that. And I've continued to grow my products over what is needed. For example, I have a coupon organizer that
I'm interested in this, the coupon organizer. I do all the shopping, so I'm interested in this coupon organizer.
And I've made a coupon organizer for a man before, and I actually did it in Giants football fabric. So there's hope for you yet.
Oh, good. It's got to be Broncos.
And that's fine. We can do that. I'm actually about to make a Broncos apron for someone that ordered it last weekend at the Oktoberfest, because I do craft shows this time of year. So the coupon organizer attaches to the shopping cart handle, allowing for hands-free couponing. It comes with 15 blank dividers and a front pocket. So when you pull your coupons out with the intention to give them to the cashier, when you're done shopping, they're all right there in that front pocket. They're not in your jacket. They're not in your jeans.
So I can even do this.
Absolutely, and we can make it very masculine for you.
Okay, I need that.
Yeah.
But you can have a pink border. It's okay.
That's fine. I'm now doing this really cute flower with buttons if you want that.
No, I think I'll stay away from that one. Talk about how people can reach you, where you're at on the web.
I am nationwide in the sense of sales. I'm actively using Pinterest to pin ideas and certain things that I love. I'm actively on Facebook. I just hit 1,000 fans a couple weeks ago. I tweet on a regular basis. I Google Plus now, which is a great format for new businesses.
I'm still learning all this, by the way. As you know, I get into my age group, you got to learn this tweeting and all that.
And it's okay. We'll help you.
Okay.
We'll give you some tips. And then Facebook, Twitter, and I have a website, HelaniMade.com, and that's where you can find just a wealth of information in addition to recipes. I have a lot of tutorials. If you're already a sewer, you can go there to find some handmade products for the Christmas giving season.
Mom's a big knitter, makes blankets and stuff like that.
Very
so,
good.
you know, when you take a look at that, tell me what else can you make? You were copy sleeve cover kind of. That's the last thing.
I do a reusable drink sleeve, and you use it in place of your cardboard sleeve. So if you like chai or coffee or tea, it's super great. It's Go Green, excellent stocking stuffer. They're $7. I've sold in the last 2.5 years since having made it 650 of them.
All right, Helani, one more time. Toss out the website one more time.
HelaniMade.com.
All right, you want something made, you go to Helani. She'll get it done. Let's head back to Roddy Babb.
Thanks, Todd. A great night here, celebrating local business and local high school football. The #1 ranked and undefeated Chaparral Wolverines. Captains on the field for the toss. Big number 80, Mitchell Parsons, standing back. Should be a great game tonight. Chaparral 4-0, Highlands Ranch 2-2, coming off 2 big wins.
Homecoming game?
Homecoming game, dude. We get to find out who's the king and queen.
That may be the biggest question of the night. Who the homecoming? How many football players are up for it? Do you know that information?
I do not have the inside dirt on that. You know, hopefully for Highlands Ranch, it's not the biggest question of the night. They've got their work cut out for them, but I'm sure they're into it. Chaparral wins the toss and defers. Highlands Ranch is going to receive.
Well, you talked about the swarming defense, Roddy, in the pregame, and we're going to see that first by Chaparral. And championships won by defense, so we'll see what Chaparral has to offer up on this homecoming game.
Should be a barn burner. Should be a good one as the sun sets here in Parker.
Beautiful stadium, by the way. First time I've been here.
First time I've been here, too. One of the newer ones. I've heard a lot about it. Never had the chance to come out. All right. Number one, not the only big game in the state tonight. Fountain Fort Carson travels down to Valor, and here come the number one ranked Wolverines.
For the first time ranked number one after knocking out Pomona a week ago. So not only did they've gotten to the top of the mountain in the state 5A classification, a lot of good teams. You've got Malone up there as well, who was beaten last week at the last second touchdown. So you've got a lot of teams that have that ability to compete for the title.
Yeah, it's definitely up for grabs. You know, I'm sure Pomona would like another shot at Chaparral. It was a close game, 28-23.
Absolutely. What I'm excited to see, Roddy, is tonight not only how this offensive line for Chaparral performs, because I've heard a lot about it, I've seen a little bit on film, how they use their tight end tandem and the ability of this quarterback to get into the right play and check into what the coach wants him to do.
You know, they mount their offense very similar to the Denver Broncos. Coach Dobbs, the offensive coordinator, loves the zone blocking scheme, loves to get after it, loves the one cut and the cloud of dirt.
Cloud of dust, there it is. And that's exactly, took the words out of my mouth. And I think what makes Chaparral one of the dangerous schools, as evidenced by their number one ranking, is the fact that if you shut down one aspect of their game, if you shut down the tight ends, you're going to have the running game. You got a quarterback that can show the wide receivers. So this is not a one-trick pony, and that's the most important thing you can have by an offense.
And here's the national anthem.
All right, the national anthem brought to you by Chaparral High School, home of the Wolverines. Chaparral is a comprehensive school where all students can find a home. There are over 2,100 students currently enrolled at Chaparral, of which over 500 are enrolled in the 22 AP classes they offer. They have 24 sports, 13 activities, 22 clubs to offer the diverse population. Last year, Chaparral brought home 3 5A state championship titles, girls volleyball, cheer, and boys basketball. I remember that game against Arapahoe. At Chaparral, we put our students first, and we live by the motto, take care of one another.
Great school, Chaparral. I remember that game, too. You know, my kids go to Arapahoe, so it was a tough one. The kid across the street was the point guard who fouled out in overtime. Jack Bob Zine, heck of a lacrosse player. He's at Hartford right now. But it was a tough one for all the people in my neck of the woods.
Well, I live in the Arapahoe district now, and I'm moving to the Chaparral district. So
hey.
I'm straddling the line.
You're like Switzerland.
It is neutral, baby.
All right, kicking
Beautiful
off
night.
for the Wolverines, a beautiful night, is Sawyer Edwards. He's a junior, was a soccer player. He's got a little brother who's a freshman who can boot it. He's 18 for 18 on PATs this year, and that's going to be a touchback. High school rules, ball crosses the goal line,
can't bring it out.
Touchback.
Well, you know, this isn't the pros, man, where they put the toe into it, goes through the upright. You never see a return in Mile High. That one just into the end zone. So Highlands Ranch will start off at their own 20-yard line. And I think, Roddy, when you take a look at this, confidence, try to move the ball a little bit. I don't think they necessarily need to score on the first drive, but just get a first down or two.
Yeah, they got to get Thames into a rhythm. Maybe just establish some room for Alfred Prisco to work. They come out in the split formation, fumbled the snap.
Thames able to pick it up and rolls.
And there's that defense flying to the ball.
Lost a 2 to start the play. Roddy, you said the same thing at the start, that this defense swarms. I think there were 3 or 4 players there, 2 linebackers that were there to meet Thames.
Yep, the junior we talked about, Keenan Foshi, in on that one.
Homecoming game for Chaparral. Do you remember homecoming?
I do, sadly. Second 12 on their own 18.
I was at the drive-in that night.
I wish I would have known my wife back then. That would have been fun. Mira in motion. He's got a few carries on the year, taking it around the left side, but they just string it out so well. Yeah, they fly to the ball. Look at it, 5 hats on the ball there.
You know, I think one of the things there is they got penetration. Even though that the play went wide, the penetration of the linebacker made the wingback go back outside, lost ground. He was able to get, a yard back maybe, but that's about it. 3rd and 12.
Sounds like Foshi was in on that hit too. This is the situation you don't want to get in if you're Highlands Ranch versus an aggressive, swarming D.
3rd and long?
They can make stuff happen here. You don't want to be forced to throw. You got to establish that run so you can play action off of it, but they're struggling to do that right now. Bounces it outside, back to the line of scrimmage for a gain of 1, brings up 4th down and 11.
Well, misdirection there by Highlands Ranch. I mean, I don't think there was a lot that you can do there, Roddy, because if you put the ball up in the air, it's something that, this quarterback is still learning. Thames still trying to get that completion percentage up. You don't want to start with a pick 6. So you've got to stay safe there as far as your play calls.
Yeah, they want to get the defense out on the field and just play with them. Don't take any stupid risks. Punter Blake Robbins on, averaging about 30 yards per kick. High snap, pulls it down. Number 1, Brandon Malone back to receive. This guy's dangerous, but it's not going to get to him. They'll down it at the 41.5. That's where Chaparral will take over for the first time tonight.
Well, one of the reasons they defer to put that defense out on the field, and more than anything, when you take a look at high school football, it's field position of where you're starting. Instead of kicking out the ball, maybe starting at your 20, that stout defense, able to stop Highlands Ranch to begin with, and now you take over in your first possession in Highlands Ranch territory.
Yeah, you know what? We talked about the line. We talked about the tight ends. We talked about the quarterback. Number 1, Brandon Malone, was one of the guards on last year's state title basketball team. Didn't play football, played it this year, and look, boom, right off the bat, 12 yards. He's a deep threat. He's what I think they might have been missing. Now they've got a stretch. They can stretch it out, open up the underneath, allow Guy, Parsons, and Van Manen to work it underneath.
So you got your tight ends underneath, you got speed on the outside, you got a running attack, and a quarterback that's deadly accurate. Sounds like a pretty good recipe to me.
Sounds like a nice cocktail of success. Coons looking to the sideline to see if he wants to check it. There's that zone read. 1 cut, and bounces it back. He's got it inside the 10. 1st and goal for Chaparral.
Didn't allow that play to develop much. The handoff was quick, didn't spend a lot of time in the backfield, able to push forward and find the open holes.
That guy averaging just under 8 yards a carry. Got 8 yards a carry. Got in last year when their starting tailback got hurt. Never gave the job back.
Well, that's how you see it happen at all levels. Once you get that opportunity, and apparently Zach is taking that by the reins and gone forward.
Coach Vogt loves the fullback too, Mitch Ross, a sophomore. Only 175, 180 pounds, but loves to bang.
That block.
Clears I could have scored there. Running behind that line. Great run by Zach Guy. Puts Chaparral on the board, 6-0. In 4 plays.
Well, we talked about it at the beginning, is the offensive line works in tandem. They're very rhythmic. They know what each other is doing. If the guard knows what the tackle doing, the tackle knows what the center's doing, you're going to have success, and that's exactly what happened on that first 3 plays.
Yep, Sawyer in for the extra point, 18 for 18 for the year. Hope I didn't jinx him. And it's good, 19 for 19. That makes it 7-0 here at Sports Authority Field. The Chaparral #1 ranked Wolverines on top of the Highlands Ranch Falcons. 7-0.
Well, Roddy, you know it's all about local. Well, in need of stucco repair after having recent hailstorms, having issues with woodpeckers, that would be dreadful. All About Stucco and Exterior specializes in all your stucco application and repair, brick, stone, and window replacement services. For a free estimate, call 303-840-1111. Again, that's 303-840-1111. All About Stucco.
Hey, Todd, let's keep that one handy. I've got some woodpecker holes in the house that I had to patch up. I got one of those old shake roofs. Insurance company's telling me no go. I may be having to give a call to All About Stucco.
You know, I got a woodpecker story, but I don't know that I should tell it because if there's anybody from
We're relying local. We're relying keep it local.
Division Wildlife
Keep it
are here,
local.
I don't know if they want to hear the story.
Here's the kickoff. Looks like another touchback.
Good toe, man.
Kid's got a boot. Coach Vogt talked for like 10 minutes about this kid. Was a soccer player. His dad called up and kept calling up and saying, I got a kid who can kick. You know, like dads probably like myself. Coach gets tired of hearing it. Finally, the kid comes out and starts draining them from 40. No one's seen how good this kid is because they haven't needed to kick field goals this year. And he's saying his freshman little brother comes out and kicks with the team, maybe just as good.
Well, I would almost think that maybe you let a drive stall every now and then when you build a lead so you can let this kid get some reps in.
Well, maybe we'll see tonight.
Thames leads his team back out.
Mirror of emotion. There it is. They got some running room there. That's pretty
the ball comes out. That came out. And I think Chaparral's got it, and that's unfortunate because it was a good start for Highlands Ranch. 5-yard pickup on first down, but unable to hold on to the football.
That's a tough one. You got Peyton Navarro coming out of the pile with it. Normally a nickelback, but I was talking to David Vogt, who's the son of Coach Vogt, who's coaching the D-backs this year. He said he's got 5-6 guys he can play almost interchangeably.
Well, the one thing, I don't care what level you're at, if you've got depth, you have an opportunity to win because it's the next man up mentality because you're going to get bumps and bruises. There's going to be injuries. You've got to have a deep team if you're going to compete in the 5A division in the state of Colorado, bottom line.
That's for sure. Got to be able to capitalize on years like this that are wide open. A bunch of good teams. Then they go on the delay to Guy. Looks like they got about 3. They're just like, you know what? When you look at the stats, you look at it on paper, Chaparral is just so much bigger than Highlands Ranch. Weight-wise.
Well, look what they're doing as well. They're not huddling up. They're not allowing Highlands Ranch to substitute, which does a couple of things. You've got the big uglies up front for Chaparral. Those guys, the repetitions they get, they're not going to shuttle in offensive and defensive linemen for Highlands Ranch, so it's going to wear on them as the game goes on.
Yep, Highlands Ranch moving around trying to disguise the coverage. They're going to run a little bubble screen out. Gain of 4.
Well, Highlands Ranch has already shown their repertoire, Roddy, of what they're doing. They're running the football, then they're hitting some short passes. You know what's going to come when that sets it up.
That's for sure. I mean, they seem to be doing almost anything they want. You know, when you got a quarterback like Max Coons, you can get away calling it at the line of scrimmage. He knows, he can see it. If he doesn't like what he sees, he can adjust. They've got weapons everywhere. We haven't even seen Van Manen or Parsons yet. The counter to Guy. Highlands Ranch, a good job swarming to the ball there.
Yeah, this is going to be close. I think he's going to be about a half-yard short, so
that brings up 4th.
It's going to be close. Do you want to see the toe? Or I think Chaparral right now is the #1 ranked team. You're at homecoming. You've carried the offensive plays. You've had this defense on the field. I think they're going to go for it.
You know, it's kind of an attitude play, Todd. I mean, you kind of say we're #1, and if the offensive line can't get it, then.
If you can't get a half yard, you don't deserve to score.
No, yeah, exactly. And you know what? Highlands Ranch stops them here. Could be a big momentum swing for them. And they need something like that. That fumble hurt them.
Highlands Ranch had that develop in a great second effort.
Great cut by Zach Guy there. Gets the first down inside the 20 to about the 19.
Well, I think when you take a look at that, Highlands Ranch couldn't have played that any better. That's an individual effort. Guy was stopped at the point of attack. He slid over a yard and then moved up a yard, able to pick up that first down. And look how quickly Chaparral is back into their formation.
Yep, that bounce step so important for a back in the zone offense. They spread it out. He's going to go up top.
Slices
Blake Harris.
10, close to another first down by Harris.
One of the Harris triplets. This team has a set of triplets and a set of twins. They got the Harris brothers, with Brooke, the sister, and the Dobbs boys, who are the sons of offensive coordinator Rob Dobbs.
Well, you could tack on a personal foul here, Roddy. Didn't see what quite happened, but Highlands Ranch called for the personal foul. At least that was the indication early, which will be half the distance to the goal. So it'll set up Chaparral knocking on the door right about the 5-yard line. Again, with that offensive line, and again, quickly up to the line, not allowing any substitutions by Highlands Ranch.
Hopefully Highlands Ranch puts up a stand here, puts up a fight. It's tough to overcome 2 early touchdowns and a fumble. Let's see what Chaparral does here. 1st and goal from the 5. They're going to turn, hand it to Guy, waltzes into the end zone for a second of the night. I mean, tremendous blocking up front, making it 13-0.
Not only was there was a great seal block on the linebacker inside that gave him a clear path. Chaparral picking up where they left off last week, beating Pomona now over Highlands Ranch. A team at 2-2. The Falcons are still learning about themselves and what they can do. Remember, these guys lost a couple big studs last year in Donatel, the quarterback, and a running back that's running the ball and playing up at Colorado State. So it's something that they've, from year to year, you've got a sophomore quarterback that's going to build as he goes.
Tough to replace D1 talent. Sawyer Edwards good on the extra point, making him 20 for 20 on the season. And with 6:09 to play in the first, it's 14-0 Chaparral.
All right, time for a message from Chasta. The schools taking part in today's event are part of the 340-member schools of the Colorado High School Activities Association. As members, we promote and protect the privilege of participation in interscholastic activities. We also promote lifetime values like respect, teamwork, citizenship, competition, hard work, and sporting behavior. We help reach and motivate students. We develop policies as a group as a responsibility of membership. We are coaches, administrators, and game officials working for the common good of kids. We are Chasta.
Thanks, Todd. And that kickoff, another touchback. You almost wish that rule wasn't in, because at Highlands Ranch, they need to make something happen.
Yeah, and I think, and it's not 5 yards deep, it's a yard deep. You almost want to see if you can do one of those lean back catches and stay in the field of play.
Yeah, that was never a possibility for me at 5'8" and 2 bills plus.
Yeah, well, I think I was the other way, 5'6", about $130 soaking wet. So
I'd need a ladder to pull that one off.
And I think that's fair to talk about when you compare these two schools and the size difference, because it does make a difference. And you're competing in 5A, and you're going to be going up against some monsters, and Chaparral has certainly been that.
Mirror back in motion the other way. There's a whole gain of 4-3 before he cuts down.
Flag coming in late as well. 6 minutes left in the first quarter. It's already 14-0 in favor of Chaparral. They've done a great job so far, the Wolverines, with that attitude, being a little bit nasty.
You know, as I look at that scoreboard, Todd, when we pulled in here today, how about that tailgate that was going on some of those RVs out there?
I knew that there was going to be some things shared up here in the press box, but I was looking up there at what was being grilled, some tri-tip perhaps, a little bit of rib action going on, little smoke signals they're sending out. It was pretty. I think better than some college tailgates that I've seen.
Not bad. All right, personal foul on Chaparral makes it 1st and 10 from the 39.
Well, this is something that the Falcons have to glom onto. They've got to get something positive, because so far with the turnover, both possessions that Chaparral has had, they've scored touchdowns. If anything, give your defense a rest, get some better field position so you can stay in this game early.
Yeah, if Chaparral is going to score, you got to make them earn it. You got to control field position and make them march down the field.
Well, fortunately, we have Chasta High School officials here, no replacement officials. So,
thank goodness for that.
You know, the clock's running, the yardage marked was correct. We don't have any officials asking the kids about, performing well for their fantasy team. Everything's good.
How about any officials with pictures? Oh, there's a fumble.
Another fumble and another turnover.
Oh, and
the ball's still loose.
Around. Let's see what we got.
Chaparral's got it. Oh, no.
No, Highlands Ranch gets to the bottom. That bounced in and out of 3 Chaparral guys.
That was probably the play of the game for Highlands Ranch. They had to get that football back. It initially looked like Chaparral had it, the ball. That's why it's not round. That ball will bounce any way it can. It bounced backwards. Highlands Ranch able to get back on top of it and live to play another down.
Second fumbled snap of the night for Highlands Ranch. Brings up 2nd and 10. I formation. Split wide. Thames is going to pull it down. No, he's got the open man. Oh, off the fingertips.
Got to catch that ball. You're about 4 yards short. He had open field, went to the tight end on that. You've got to have the ability to make that play. You can't have the drop in that situation, unfortunately, for Highlands Ranch. Unable to come up with a grab.
Dallas Dobbs was almost there to pick it off, too.
Got deflected off both. Maybe he was surprised it snuck through the first guy to him.
How about that kid? Dallas Dobbs, one of the twins, 5'7", leads the team in tackles. Leads
Sounds
this
like a football player, doesn't he?
Dallas
Dobbs. The Dobb report.
Going to play action again. Thames has got a little time. He's going to step up, and it goes away quickly.
Thames goes down at the 34. Pressure coming from the outside from Chaparral. The Wolverines digging in and, again, getting the ball back for their offense. But fortunately for Highlands Ranch, they have the ability to kick the ball now and give their defense a chance to kind of feel themselves. And I'll be interested to see what Chaparral does in their own territory, if they huddle up or continue to go with the no-huddle offense.
Another big play by Keenan Fosh. That dude's a bad dude. You watch him on tape. He flies to the ball. Just a junior. Hopefully get some looks. There's a punt. They don't want to kick it to him. It's going to be out of bounds.
About the
41. Ooh, good spot for Highlands Ranch. At the 41.
All right, All-in-One Heating and Air Conditioning. Are you ready for winter? All-in-One Heating and Air Conditioning is family-owned and operated and ready to help with all your heating needs. Now offering a fall furnace tune-up for only $65. Call to schedule an appointment at 303-400-HEAT. Again, that's 303-400-HEAT. Or visit our website. Can you see that?
My all-in-one HVAC.com.
There it is. Getting a little kick in and some help from Roddy. I don't know. It's one of those names.
It's like
you
reading a
look at.
license plate, a personalized plate, trying to figure it out. All right, here come the Wolverines. First down on just across the 40. They're going to put it in the air, and Malone. Look out.
Look out.
Give me an Italian boat, because Malone. Oh, I thought he was gondola. Great saving tackle inside the 10. Malone comes up a little lame. Number 11, Colton Hoagie on the tackle, a junior. Great touchdown saving tackle. Looks like he hurt his hand. Basketball coach isn't going to like that. That's what speed brings to the table. That's a quick slant that he almost takes to the house between three defenders.
Speed never has a bad day. And for Highlands Ranch, you're looking right now for anything that you can to hang into this game, anything positive. And right there, when they go back and look at this film, you got a guy hustling down the field 40 yards, making that tackle, and giving your team a chance.
Okay, so they've moved the tight end Van Manen into the backfield at fullback. Gives the guy around the left side. Oh, good penetration there, and we got a flag.
Yeah, we have a holding call coming here. Let's see.
Zach Buxo, the junior with the tackle. Good penetration. Bucco.
Personal foul, face mask, and that's going against the Falcons. Exactly what they did not need. You're going to get two things there, either holding or a personal foul. And right now, Highlands Ranch can't have anything go their way.
You know, I don't want to sound like I'm rooting for Highlands Ranch. I'm rooting for a good game, though, and I feel bad. This thing is
spiraling quickly out of control.
Coons making sure everybody's on the same page here. They're going to come out in their power set again. Van Manen still at fullback, guy behind him. We got a little motion. They're going to boot around it. Here's the big guy, Mitchell Parsons. Another touchdown. That makes how many on the year? 3 on the year?
3 by him, 11 touchdown passes by your quarterback, a quick out pattern by your tight end. They brought motion left, threw back right. They had the defense of Highlands Ranch moving to the left side of the field. You go the opposite way on a bootleg, and it's wide open.
Simple boot waggle, but when you've got such a dominant running game, that stuff works. Tough hold, great hold. Do you get it in? Yes, he did. He goes to 21 of 21. Mr. Automatic, Sawyer Edwards. 21-0. The number 1 ranked Chaparral Wolverines with 3 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the first half.
All right, Card Payment Solutions. If you accept credit cards at your business, you need to listen to this. If you've ever been frustrated with excessive fees, long-term contracts, purchasing expensive credit card terminals, and poor customer service, then you need to call Alan Dean at Card Payment Solutions. They'll take care of everything for you, and he's local. A RelyLocal member and a Parker Chamber member. He even showed me how to save over 50% on my own account. That's Alan Dean at 303-668-6828. Call now, start saving. Again, Alan Dean at 303-668-6828.
Now that's Alan Dean, not Al and Dean.
That's right.
Correct?
Or Jan and Dean.
Jan and Dean. You know, you mentioned RelyLocal there, a great company, really, really promoting the community. This one's going to be returnable.
Or out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Mike Harity over at RelyLocal doing a great job promoting local businesses here in the Parker and Douglas County community.
Well, I think that Highlands Ranch could use some of that support right now. I don't know that he can help them, but...
Yeah. All right. 3 minutes, 50 seconds to go. The Falcons need to get something going here. They're going to start at the 35. That's the Chasta rule. You kick it out of bounds. Past the 35, it goes to the 35. Ahead of the 35, you get to take it where it went out of bounds. My Little League team learned that one the hard way a few times last week. But we haven't been able to stop the kickoff, so we were purposely kicking it out of bounds. They're going to keep putting it in the air. Oh, swings it out, another drop ball. A little low and outside. Still, like you said earlier, Todd, when you're down 21-0, you got to come up with those.
Yeah.
You can't afford to make mistakes because they just compound. And then everybody stops believing that you can make something happen.
It's what is the natural? Losing is a disease. When things start going badly, you've got to look at something that can go right. In that instance, quarterback's been under pressure. Thames has been able to get the ball on target. He's had 2 drops so far. Teammates need to help him out a little bit here.
All right, we're going to go Twins here. Strong left, Twins right. Mira goes in motion. They're going to run the counter. Busted play. Thames keeps it himself back to the line of scrimmage. But look at that. I mean, that's 9 hats on the ball, dude.
Yeah, gang tackling. I mean, it's one thing that Chaparral, they've come up with 2 fumbles so far. Whether it was a result of how they tackle the quarterback, I don't know. But in that case, broken play. Things can happen on broken plays where you pick up first downs. Nothing doing there because, once again, a gang tackle. And, again, you're in 3rd and 10.
Coach Vogt loves that about his squad. Hard-working. He kept saying to me, we just bring our lunch pail. We just go to work. We fly to the ball. It's all about a unit, like the offensive line, like the defense. Now here, Highlands Ranch is going to come out with a little no huddle.
Got to try to do something to change it up. You got to change the pace of the game because right now the Wolverines are knowing everything that you're doing, and I think you're going to get too much time here.
And here's the problem: Chaparral stopping it, not doing anything special. They're still in base personnel. Base formation.
They haven't blitzed.
They haven't gone to nickel. No. They haven't sent extra guys. That's how fast they fly to the ball. I mean, I watched the Valor-Mullen game beginning of the year when Mullen upset Valor.
One of 2 one-point losses for Valor?
Yeah. I'm telling you what, Chaparral looks a lot faster than Mullen, and Mullen's notorious for having fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that Healy kid who's going to Air Force, tremendous football player, but they won it by just grinding them out. This team can grind you out and get there quick. Play action again, a little slow developing. Throws into traffic and picked off by Foshi again. He's going to take it back 8 to 10 yards inside the 30.
I think that pass, deflected again, Roddy. If you watch this pass, I think it deflected. I think this should have been another pass that was caught or close to it, at least knocked down.
This kid's having a heck of a game. In on 4 tackles already, an interception. He's all over the field. A junior. This kid's going to get some tape up there and start getting some looks.
Well, so far, if you're Highlands Ranch, you put the pigskin on the ground twice. You've been picked off. And Thames is doing everything that he can do. He's had 2 drop passes. A couple of those could have resulted in first downs. That pass wasn't very far off the mark. It was tipped as well.
Dangerous, but not far off the mark. So here comes Chaparral with another look. An H-back, Parsons. Look out for the screen to him. Oh, nope, they're going to give it to Guy. One cut. One cut. They open up those running lanes, dude. Yeah, I mean, pops ahead for 9. This kid might have 100 in the first.
Well, the thing that Chaparral is doing is a lot of teams that you see in high school can either run the ball proficiently or they can throw the ball. for Chaparral, for any team that's playing them, you got to pick your poison, and you don't know what they're going to do because they can audible into different places.
And now they're coming out 3 wide.
Twins to this side to the left.
Three wide, ace back. Coons is going to throw it up.
Great
and here's
blocking.
Malone again. Here comes the speed. Did
Look
he
at
get to
block.
the corner? Yep. Touchdown.
And I tell you what, a great job by the running backs picking up the defensive line that were gave him that extra split second to locate his man over the middle.
Batten down the hatches and lock the doors, T-Rom. 27-0 with Mr. Automatic coming on.
This was like my homecoming day. Ugly.
Oh. Zoinks.
Oh, man.
He's up again. 22 for 22 on the year. Extends the streak. 28-0. Chaparral over Highlands Ranch with 2:11 to go at Sports Authority Stadium in Parker, Colorado.
Tough sledding right now for Highlands Ranch, that's for sure. They need some work to get back in this game. All right, how about the kiddos? Kinetics is a unique concept in daycare that provides sporting activities, enrichment programs, and nonstop fun for kids 5 and older. Enroll now. Before and after school programs available, as well as the half or full day kindergarten program. Call today at 303-841-1064. Hey, let's be honest. We all used to have 2 jobs in the household. You need the kids looked after. Again, kindergarten programs available today. 303-841-1064. Kinetics, a unique concept in daycare.
And here's another one returnable. They're going to work on their coverage. He takes it at the 10. That's
big hit at the 22-yard line. He's able to end up at the 25.
Blake Robbins.
And that's where Falcons will take over the ball, and it's been tough sledding. And you know, at this point in time, you're looking at a program that's 2-2. They lost depth from a year ago. You're building towards the future. You're not looking to win this game at this point in time right now. What you're looking for are small things, picking up the blitzers, picking up the linebackers coming in, completing the passes, making the plays that you have the ability to make.
Bottom line, putting some good things on tape. You know,
you got to give your kids something to strive for.
Let's see something we can learn from in a positive manner is what I think Coach Gorham and the team's focusing on. We're going to throw. We got the man coverage, throwing it wide out.
That's a good pass. That was actually a very good pass. Got to keep running. The problem the Falcons have right now is they're fighting a defense that is they're in rhythm more than the offense is. The Highlands Ranch offense has not found any kind of rhythm, something that works to get them just a little bit of daylight to find that positive yardage.
You know, it's tough, but this Highlands Ranch line is very young. A sophomore at center, 2 juniors up front. It's a good learning experience. There's a delay,
nice
cuts them
block.
hole. There we go.
Little trap block and a first
gain
down.
there.
Nice seal block to the inside, opened up the hole, back able to scoot through there.
Ryan Cho.
I don't know if this is Highland Ranch. It may be Highland Ranch's first down of the game, and it comes with 1:55 left. They do it by way of the ground.
Ryan Cho, the senior, 5'6", 155, has some jets. They're going to keep him back there, it looks like. Twins right eye formation. Here comes the misdirection. There's Mira.
Nice block.
There's
Another
Mira.
great block in the backfield, a gain of 8.
They
Make
dialed
that 9.
something in. The O-line coach got into some grills over there. They look fantastic.
Little misdirection. A great seal block on the inside. It opened that hole. They've had 2 of the similar blocks in back-to-back plays that got them some positive yardage. And if Highlands Ranch can start doing this, the Falcons may be able to start throwing the football a little bit, take the heat off of Thames, and see if they can get in the end zone.
Well, you know, that was, I think, the problem early on is they looked like they were forced to throw. They were just pressing. Now they're doing some things, popping some holes. We got trips tight right. We're going to sweep behind it.
As well.
Here comes Cho again. You know, hey, gain of 3 gets you a first down. And almost into Chaparral territory.
The one thing they're doing, they changed their snap count. They were taking a while to set up the line of scrimmage. They're now getting the line of scrimmage. There's no delay, and they're getting the playoff.
You know, that's when you go on the quick count, it allows you to focus on you being you. Not
absolutely.
Oh, what are we going to attack? Especially when you play a team that on paper is more dominant than you. You got to take every advantage you can, and the quick count, I think, really helps that. Doesn't let them make adjustments. And there we go again. They're getting these delay handoffs. Cho
Wow, that's a gain of 13.
Providing a spark, we get a late
Flag at the end.
Could have been a late hit on
Or a face mask,
Dustin
maybe?
Dobbs. I don't want to speculate, but I saw Dobbs fall down late. One of the junior D-backs, the Dobbs twins.
So we got personal foul.
Personal foul on Chaparral.
Don't know what they did because I didn't see the pile move at the end. But the one thing the Falcons are doing, and you said it, when you're playing a team like Chaparral, if you take a long time to get into the snap count, the defense is going to recognize what you're doing. If you're able to get up there, quick snap count, you may have a chance to catch them off guard. And right now, that's Highland Ranch's only chance with 33 seconds left in this first quarter to get back into it is do something they're not expecting.
Basically, all they've done the last 3 plays, they look different, but all they're doing is running counter. They're attacking that backside delayed hole.
Well, I think the other thing is they're starting to get a little consistency. They're getting some plays instead of going 3 and out,
Right.
fumble, 1 and out. They put some plays together.
Marion Moshe takes it away. They try and run it again. Not exactly counter, but right up the middle. Back with Alfred Prisco, number 1.
Well, it's positive yardage, and that's something we couldn't say the first couple drives.
Nope, they got 3 there. Brings up 2nd and 7. Inside the 30, at the 26. And that's going to be the end of the quarter, Todd. 28-0, just as Highlands Ranch is getting things working. 28-0, Chaparral Wolverines with the Falcons driving.
Firehouse Subs in Parker. Firehouse Subs has the best meatballs guaranteed. Ground beef and pork, aged Parmesan, imported Romano, toasted breadcrumbs and Italian herbs, topped with zesty marinara and melted Wisconsin provolone. Visit our Parker location to try one today in the Target Shopping Center at 20 Mile in Dransfield. Remember, October is National Fire Safety Month, so ask any of our crew about the Public Safety Foundation and how Firehouse is giving back to our communities. Man, a meatball sub would hit the spot right now.
Hit the spot, dude. Have you been to Firehouse? What I love about Firehouse is all the different hot sauces they have. I had to order 2 sandwiches.
You're a hot sauce fiend.
Oh, I am a hot sauce fiend. I would think you would be, Todd Romero.
I do. I entered a raffle last week at the benefit, and you could choose what gift you wanted to get, and I put all my coupons, and I did not get the hot sauce. It was denied. Let's see what Highland Ranch can get doing here in the second quarter.
Back in high formation, Thames is going to turn it loose. He's going to throw the deep fade to Mira. Overthrown into double coverage. When you get down here, they've played this whole drive smart. Run some misdirection, and then they try and take the big hit.
You still have 3rd down left. You try to catch a Chaparral defense off guard, and I think that's what they were trying to do there. But
Sure.
You've marched between, I think, from the 35-yard line down to the 20 now by way of the running game, and now you're going to be forced to pass on 3rd and 8. I mean, maybe a screen pass.
Haven't run a screen yet. It'd be tough to do against that inside linebackers. They're going to run the counter.
Yeah.
Chaparral's not going to fall for it again. Bringing up 4th down. That was a loss of 3 on the play. 4th and 11. Oh, they're going to get a good spot. 4th and just under 10.
I think they're going to try to kick it, huh?
They're going to try and kick it. Cameron Corkin, the junior's their kicker.
So
He's 3 for 3 on extra points. Got himself
24, 32, 42.
We're looking at about 40-yarder, 41-yarder, depends on the spot. Nope, they're going to come out and go. 42 is a tough call in high school, you know? You got the tee. That's a big leg for
I'll tell you what, I watched that Mullen game last week, and the Mullen kicker, I think from 51, 52 yards, was just short, and a terrific high school football game last week. Mullen upset, of course. It was a terrific football game.
You know, Arapahoe's got themselves a kicker who they battle Columbine tonight. J.D. Hall, MVP in the state championship lacrosse game. Fantastic lacrosse player. Got himself a leg, too, though. Flaming red hair. So we got a timeout. Hey, and we got Highlands Ranch lose a great guy at quarterback and all-state punter, Steve Donatell, last year. Looks like you've got something along those same lines there, Todd.
Hey, Donatelli's Catering. At Donatelli's, they specialize in great old-town Italian cuisine. If you are ever looking for family-style dinners, and I'll get back to that in a moment. They're going to go. He switched up into the kick. We'll get back to Donatelli's in a moment.
Donatelli is going to get the double read. From 40 yards out. Had the distance for sure, and it's good. Boom! So much for me saying 42 is tough to hit it from. Cameron Corkin, that would have been good from 58.
Well, the most important thing is they're on the board at 28-3, and Again, so is Donatelli's Catering. At Donatelli's, they specialize in great old Italian cuisine. If you're ever looking for family-style dinners for groups of 10 or need catering for an event for 200, then contact Donatelli's Catering Services. Just voted Best of the Best Caterer for 2012, Chef Steve and Chef Jen will make the food at your next event stress-free. Find them on Facebook or visit DonatelliCatering.com for more information. You know, everybody's going to social media.
Chef Steve and Chef Jen. One title you'll never give me, Chef. That and Original Investor. 2 titles you're never going to hear tagged to my name.
Sports Authority Field. 11:18 left, 28-3 in favor of the Wolverines on homecoming. Highlands Ranch finally on the board after having some successive plays, some trap plays, getting up some positive yards and able to get on the board. Talked about those positives. Right there is what you can put in your hat.
Yeah, that's a drive you build off of. They put good things on tape. They won some battles up front, marched it, had some success, stalled when they took a few chances. You know, you can't waste downs versus Chaparral, a team like this. You just, when you're in a matchup like this, you got to use every down and milk it for all it's worth. The bright yellow shoes of Cameron Corkin getting ready to kick it away.
You know, I'm trying to figure out, we're closer to Chaparral, and I don't know if I'm just showing my age, but if my glasses don't work as well, but they sure look bigger on this sideline than the other sideline.
No, well,
distance will do that.
They certainly do that. There's going to be a touchback. Chaparral had the hands team out, it looked like. More guys up front. Jake Tarr chases that one into the end zone, the junior defensive back.
Well, we talked about Parsons in the pregame. He was as advertised. The defense has done everything that you said they would do, Roddy. And, again, the quarterback that is an extension of the coach on the field, who's bright enough to run the offense and do it in a no-huddle situation.
And here they come again. Guy at tailback. Coons under center. They got Malone split out. Double tight with an H-back. With a wing. And they're just going to give it to Guy up the middle. One cut, bounce cut, and here he goes around the right side. Makes one guy miss with a stiff arm. Down to the 50. I mean, that's
great initial blocking. Great initial blocking, but that play right there was Guy himself. I mean, he got out, got into open field, cut to the right, showed the stiff arm, got himself 6 or 7 extra yards, and he's cranking it up right now. He's got to have like 80 yards by now.
Fullback, great kick out block. Just manhandled the defensive end. Springs it out.
Chaparral as good as advertised after knocking off #1 Pomona a week ago. Now on top of Highlands Ranch, 28-3, looking for more at the midfield stripe.
They're going to go twins left, split right. Coons is going to drop. He's going to turn it loose, let it go up top, and he's got Parsons.
Oh,
Parsons,
you're not going to see that very often.
No, you're not, but he kind of looked like he heard
alligator arms. Little alligator arms.
Can't believe we're saying that.
Safety came over at the end of the play, and Parsons knew he was there, and when it happened, I think it distracted him a little bit, and those are catches that he will make 95% of the time.
Yep, for sure. You know, I watched a lot of his tape as a junior, and then I watched some this year. He just looks so much more athletic, like he really put in the work in the offseason. He showed well at all the camps he went to, and he's got tons of different offers, tons of different looks. He's visited a few. Like I said earlier, he was a Colorado commit early. He tweeted the other day that he might be opening it back up. Guy up the middle for a gain of 5.
Did he do a visit not too long ago? I think he had a visit somewhere.
He's visited Ole Miss. He's visited Arizona State. He's gotten interest from Michigan, Nebraska, Oklahoma, Oregon, Stanford. I mean, the who's who of college football.
Well, being a Colorado native, I would like to see the athletes that are in Colorado stay in Colorado. But you can't blame a kid when you look at the state of football. It's so tough to get into the Air Force Academy. You have Colorado and Colorado State. I think McElwain's going to be successful up there. But it's a building process. Do you want to be part of that, or do you want to go to a successful program that's dialed in?
Yep. No word on his recruitment. Van Manen, the other tight end, comes in with it for a first down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line.
And you know what was great about that play? Roddy, he knew where the sticks were. He knew that he had to get his pattern deep enough to pick up the first down. He got deep enough, came back to the ball, still had a yard to spare.
Cody Whiteside on the tackle. A senior, 6'1", 175 for Highlands Ranch.
And this is where pride comes in. You got to try to stop these guys. You get down 35-3, and it's going to make for a long evening.
Backup quarterback, it looks like Kyle Gallup in at wingback. that a 15 or a 16? Good kick out block.
Oh, look
Opens
at
the
this.
hole for Zach Guy. That was 15 back. Now, let me tell you a little story about this kid. So, Coons is playing baseball all summer, right? So, he's not at 7-on-7. The sophomore Kyle Gallup goes and takes this team to Air Force Academy, wins the 7-on-7 title. Depth, baby.
You got to have it.
Restock.
Reload.
The Parker Hawks feeding Chaparral from the AYL. We were lucky enough to get a win versus
Nice
my
crowd
Panther
here.
team. Good
Nice crowd here tonight.
Coons going to go play action. He's got Parsons on the outside. Good job locking up one-on-one and waiting for some help. Robbins was in late to help.
Yeah, open field tackling. Anytime, I like what they did because they didn't just go up top and try to get him down by the shirt. They went down low. They had a couple of people tackling him, and that's what you have to do to control Parsons to make sure he doesn't break free in the open field.
That might be the first time I've seen Parsons tackled one-on-one all year. They're going to come out with that three-wide set again. Twins top of the picture. Blake Harris split solo right. Guy on the sweep left. Just patient running there, dude.
Okay, he was stopped 3 yards, or at least at the line of scrimmage. He picked up 3-4 yards leaning forward and keeping those feet churning. And it's a mark of a good back. Not just getting yards when they have open holes, but fighting for those 2- and 3-yard gains when you need them.
This guy's got to be getting some looks. I mean, he's only 5'11", 175. That sounds like he would be the biggest back at CU. He's got 585 going into this game at 8 yards per carry in 2 years. Coons got his man. Inside the 5. Is he going to fight in? Touchdown, Blake Harris.
Well, the Chaparral fans have been treated to an offensive clinic with 7:57 left in the second quarter. They've already got 34 points, waiting for the extra point to be tacked on. So I'd say that this offense is running at high-octane fuel and doing exactly what their head coach wants them to do, because they know that what they do now will matter later on when they're playing tougher teams. They're going to show them better defensive looks. They've spread the ball around, both running and throwing the football.
The class of the Continental League, the Chaparral Wolverines, lead at 35-3 with 7:57 here to go at Sports Authority Stadium in Parker. Todd?
All right, Gannon's Canine Salon and Market. Gannon's Canine Salon and Market, located on the corner of Parker and Stroh Road, offers a wide range of premium dog and cat food, nutritional advice, supplies, and accessories. Our salon is stress-free, cage-free, and offers high-quality grooming by our National Dog Groomers, Association of America's certified groomer. www.gannongrooming.com. Got a place to take your pets. Any mascots that need grooming?
I was thinking about dropping you off, getting you cleaned up on the way home.
Yeah, well, you know, I need a little trim.
All right, and here we go. Hometown News bringing you live coverage of the Chaparral Wolverine homecoming game versus Highlands Ranch, 35-3. Here in the second quarter, Sawyer Edwards about to boot it away. He's kicked most for touchbacks, but they practiced return coverage. This one's 5 yards deep, his best of the night.
Well, you got to continue to look at positives for Highlands Ranch. I mean,
They
you
just
got
had
to
a great drive.
You just got to try to get some first downs and keep the clock moving at this point in time, and try to do positive things one play at a time, because you can't look at it like, hey, we got to come back, we got to score 2 touchdowns, 3. You just got to put one positive play in back of the other.
Hey, this is certainly a team that can rebound. After an 0-2 start, losses to Rock Canyon and Ponderosa, they come back with a big win at Fossil Ridge, 19-13, a big win versus Fruita Monument, 15-7. Their defense just hasn't seen a team like this. There we go. Oh, my goodness.
Big hit.
That one hurt up here. Looks like Dobbs and, take a guess, Foshi in on the tackle again. I hope I'm pronouncing his name right, because that dude is all over the field.
Yeah, he's had a solid game. And you right there, you saw the size difference. The running back, Highlands Ranch, $140, $150 maybe.
You know, what doesn't get enough credit, Todd, when you see great play out of linebackers, is the job the guys up front are doing. And they've got a tremendous group of D linemen up front. One senior, Isaac Hernandez, after this play, tell you a story about him. There we go. We're going to run it outside. He's going to cut it back
One
up.
senior?
One senior, 2 juniors. Now listen to the story. Isaac Hernandez, a captain, 6'3", 285, strongest kid on the team. When he got to Chaparral as a freshman, never played football and couldn't come close to lifting his body weight. Now, captain on the team, Coach Vogt calls him the ideal kid on this team. He goes from never playing football to captain of the #1 ranked team in the state his senior year.
And a big boy.
There they come. Oh, there's a seam. Highlands Ranch is bringing motion one way and trying to counter off of it.
Yeah, and it's working.
It's working, but they haven't run the power yet with that motion. I think the thing that's making it one of the things making it successful, aside from the great blocking, is Ryan Cho, 5'6", 155, great little scat back, quick to the hole, commits, and he's busted a few for good gains. They're doing some good things here. Another first down for the Falcons. What I'd like to see him get it to him on a swing or a screen, and they run the same play again, motion, but they don't sell the motion.
Yeah, Highlands Ranch was dialed into that play, got into the backfield. The penetration was what was there. And that just comes down to one-on-one, whipping the guy in front of you. And in that case, the defense for Chaparral was just better man for man and got into the backfield.
Looked like number 75, Isaac Hernandez, the young man we were just talking about on that play. He comes off, gets a breather. And it looks like Steven De Silva is going to enter the game for the first time this year. A 6'2", 220-pound defensive lineman. Coach Vogt says this guy's got a motor. They lined him up at left end, it looks like.
Fake and going back the other way. Yeah.
Holds him up.
That just didn't develop.
No, he's got no one out blocking for him.
Wolverines dug in on that one. They saw it. They read it white. They had a defender that was 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It's probably better that it would have been an incomplete pass.
14, was that Dallas Dobbs on the hit there?
A lot of red. I know that.
And they're just solid from top to bottom.
Another 3rd and long situation, and that's where it's been very dangerous for this football team, trying to pick up first downs when you're faced with that 3rd and long that many times early in a game.
Oh, early penetration by De Silva.
Oh, there we go. Great read.
And a great open field tackle.
I got to tell you, that was patience. Did a great job being patient. Thames took his time, saw pressure, rolled out, and lofted that pass perfectly in between a linebacker and a defensive back, able to pick up the first down.
Bebo comes up and makes the hit. Senior captain. I'm telling you, everyone on this team makes a big hit. I mean, the penetration by De Silva was insane. Thames did a great job.
Yeah, he did. Thames has done a great job just hanging in there.
And here comes the misdirection. De Silva in to slow it down. They can't block him. Mira, and the flag falls down. Loose. They whistled it down. Forward progress had stopped. Let's see what the call is. That one's going to be on Highlands Ranch.
Well, when it gets tight, you're going to be looking at a 1st and 20.
Holding?
Yeah. So now you're looking at a 1st and 20. You know what they say about 1st and 20? It's better than 3rd and 20.
Yeah. Ooh, we're going to get a little more than that. Spot foul. It's going to be about...
Yeah, you're about 24.
22, 23.
Yeah. 1st and 22. You don't see that often.
Hernandez back in the game for De Silva. De Silva was getting great penetration when he was in there. Then here they go again. They motion it and run it underneath. Good gain. Gain of 5.
5-6 of that back.
Cho again.
Well, the unfortunate thing for Highlands Ranch is a halftime is going to last a long time because it's homecoming.
Homecoming.
On these kind of games, you want to get in the locker room. You get the lecture from your coach. You want to get back on the field to try to correct your mistakes, but first they got to get there without giving up any more points, down 35-3 with 4:19 to play.
Mira, and then we're going to run back at it again with the pull.
It's going to get another
hold. It's a shame. Gain of 6 there. Gets him into 3rd and manageable, but looks like that one's going to come back, Todd.
Well, it's either that or at third down, do you go ahead and decline the penalty and make them convert on a 3rd and 11, or do you march them back?
We're gonna get
So
a
chop block.
there. What are they going to do? They're going to take it? I personally turn it down.
Yeah, so I'd make
refuse
him
the
go into
penalty.
3rd and long.
You know, I get my nickel team some work. Looks like they're bringing in Cole
Yeah, they're
Lehman.
going to march it back.
They're bringing in some youth.
Well, the one thing by taking the penalty, I mean, you're going to be second forever.
Oh, Coleman
And you
Harris.
can do some things differently on defense here to keep Highlands Ranch, because with 4:12 left, we've seen the quick strike abilities of Chaparral's offense. They're going to have plenty of time.
That's a big one, too, that cutback.
Oh, yeah.
57, Stephen De Silva back in the game. Watch the penetration on 5-7, folks.
It's second and 36 yards.
This is a guy excited to be back in the game. Had to sit out the first 4. Got his business taken care of. Now he's going to be a key member. Keep guys fresh. They're going to be able to rotate 4. So they got nickel package in. Only 2 wideouts.
First down markers in another area code.
Play action. Thames is going to throw it underneath, and there's
Big hit.
Peyton Navarro. I told you this team likes to hit. What are they going to flag there?
We got another hold.
Unless there was something after the play, I went to the monitor. Personal foul, Highlands Ranch,
Oh,
half
man.
the distance.
What did that come during the play?
Had to come after the hit.
Well, after the play was dead, a block in the back. And
We got a timeout on the field. The Falcons are going to talk it over. 35-3, 3:42. They've gone from a decent drive to now let's just get out of our own way. Coach Gorham didn't like that.
All right, a message from Chasta. The schools taking part in today's event are part of the 340 member schools of the Colorado High School Activities Association. As members, we promote and protect the privilege and participation in interscholastic activities. We also promote lifetime values like respect, teamwork, citizenship, competition, hard work, and sporting behavior. We help reach and motivate students. We develop policies as a group, and as a responsibility of membership, we are coaches, administrators, and game officials working for the common good of kids. We are the Colorado High School Activities Association.
They are Chasta. We are hometownnews.tv. Supporting the community, promoting the community. And there's no better place to do it than here at Sports Authority Stadium, Chaparral High School, up on top in a big way, 35-3 over the Highlands Ranch Falcons. It's homecoming night.
Waiting to see who the king and queen are. They think they're going to wave to you, Roddy? Elbow,
I'll probably
wrist,
get
wrist.
some dap, get some through-the-air dap. A shout-out, maybe.
I know. Are you big in Parker?
I'm big everywhere, Todd. At least that's what my Taylor tells me. There we go. Cho's got some running room, and they still fly. I mean, a gain of 8.
It was
Weak
second
side of
and
the-
46.
Just out of the field.
Just for the
And there's
record.
5 guys in on the hit.
Just for the second and 46.
Those guys hit like the
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
I have. I saw it last Saturday
you
for our
got a
team.
game of 9, and now you're facing now it's a 4th and 37. Brutal.
4th and 37. Jake Tarr back to return. Defensive back. Let's see what they can do. Decent pressure. They're going to kick away from Chaparral all night, it looks like. Good one there. He got it to turn over.
I mean, that's better than where he was. He would field that punt clean and at a head start. You're looking to start that drive.
That punt wouldn't have got them a first down.
No.
No. 5 short.
46 yards. That's what they average in the NFL.
All right. Here comes the number 1 team in the state, the number 1 offense. I mean, they're doing everything right this year. They've scored 34, 35, 38, 28 versus Pomona.
Averaging 34 points
And they got 35 in the first half here.
Yeah, you're racking up 28 points against the previous number 1 team in the state. You're doing what you can do, and you're doing it well. Look at the protection.
Coons called that protection. Late break out of the route.
Just a bit outside.
Just a bit out. Spencer Bills is a little late getting out of that route. They don't call him the best color guy in the business for nothing.
Great job by the offensive line and just protecting their quarterback and giving him that pocket to throw out of. I think that's a combination both on the quarterback and the receiver. A yard more inside, a yard more by the receiver making that break, and you got a completion.
They're going to run the sprint out to Parsons. Pass a little behind him by Coons. He had some room to rumble, too.
3 and out would be certainly music to the ears of Highlands Ranch because it hasn't happened tonight.
No. They haven't stopped him.
No, this has been a clinic by the offense, and they have yet punted the football. They've gone for it on 4th down early in the game to establish their dominance. They picked up the 1st down on a great second effort.
They're going to split Parsons out now. He's on. Coons going to run draw here to Zach Guy. He's got to see him around the left side.
He's going to pick it up.
He's going to pick it up. Some great downfield blocking. He might, great open field tackle there by number 10, Gabe Azcaraga. Say that one 3 times.
Well, Azcaraga saved the touchdown, but on that play, guy was able to hesitate, take a juke outside, come back inside. But when you can pick up a 1st down on 3rd and 10, it shows you what kind of offense this is on a play that takes a little while to develop. You know the boys up front are doing what they can do.
Hey, Azcaraga. All right, now we're going to bring in the tight formation. We got a wing back. Dobbs in motion. He's going to misdirection. He's going to run that backside drag. Oh, no, he's throwing it back. Pick City.
Oh, pick.
His 3rd pick in 2 years. Not the smartest play when you're up 35-3. You tend to get off the playbook, maybe take some chances.
Well, and to credit to Highlands Ranch because all the motion was coming to the right-hand side. He threw back. 2 of the defensive backs stayed home. They made the play on the ball. It threw into triple coverage, actually, as one of the linebackers had dropped back. Safety in the corner was there. So Highlands Ranch played that right. They recognized what was happening with the play. They saw that boot, and they covered the backside receiver.
How's that, Todd? A sophomore, Jacob Butler, with the patience there. Good for him. Highlands Ranch is going to start it off.
And I think
2 minutes to go.
I think a victory here with 2 minutes is
not punting.
Where you're at, not punting the football, not giving it back to Chaparral, and try to run the clock up, get back in the locker room, go over what you've done positive, and let your kids get back on the field.
You know what? I'm really excited at halftime. I'm thinking the staff here might have some Dove chocolate.
I want something to eat. I'll tell you that this is going to make me hungry. Lestra is a chocolatier with Dove Chocolate Discoveries, your ultimate premium chocolate consultant. She is looking for the person who wants to experience the ultimate in premium chocolate, whether it's a Chardonnay wine brittle for a hostess or a client gift to say thank you. Almonds with dark chocolate and Saigon cinnamon for a fundraiser. Or how about chocolate martinis or white chocolate raspberry daiquiris on the patio with friends? These items are all exclusive to her as a chocolatier for Dove Chocolates Discoveries. Don't change what you're doing, just add chocolate. Go to www.mydcdsite.com/Lestra. I want something now.
Oh,
rich creamery butter. Something, you know?
Right up the middle there with the fullback. Matt Connors. Highlands Ranch playing some youth. Dames are going to go right off the bat. They're going to try and maybe get some momentum. Hey, what do you got to lose? Down 35-3. You get
Picked up 6 on first down.
2nd and 4 from their own 17. Chaparral with 4 down this time. We're going to run the reverse to Mira, and we got great blocking. But Dobbs comes up. Seriously. That is sound tackling. 1-on-1. Dobbs continues to stretch his lead on the team in tackles.
But for the Falcons, able to move the change down to $1.29 in the quarter, trying to get to halftime, able to get the 1st down and keep this rolling.
Clock running at 1:20, 1:19. 1st and 10 for the Falcons. They're going to run that fullback keep again. Right up the middle, gain of 11. Stops the clock. 1:11 to go. Highlands Ranch with some quick hitters.
What do they got? 2 timeouts left. They got no, they got one timeout left. If they can get the ball down, their clock stops on first down to move the chains. Maybe get another long field goal attempt.
Chaparral getting some new personnel in. They might only have 10. Nope, they got 11. Not as fast at counting as my 5-year-old, but I'm working on it.
Happens.
Play action. He's going to try and hit the seam. He's letting it go. Thames deep. Good coverage by Dawes.
Great job.
Great anticipation. Fantastic hips. Stayed bent, got up, knocked it down. 5-7.
Well, and I'll tell you what, for being 2-3 guys back there, I think he threw into double coverage, but he put the ball. And this is a pretty good throw.
Yeah. That's not going to get
You got double coverage, but it was a good throw. The defender had to make a good play.
Galloway had a step, the senior.
47.6 seconds left in the second quarter, 35-3 in favor of the number 1 ranked team in the state. That's Chaparral High School. Defeated Pomona a week ago.
Boggled snap, and they're just too good. They're right on it. That's a third bobbled snap of the night.
Yeah, you just can't make mistakes against this defense.
Against this team. Under 20 seconds to go, clock running. Looks like this might be the last one. Thames is going to pull it up. Oh, deflected at the line of scrimmage. 11.9 to go. 4th and 13. They're gonna kick it away.
Problem you got now. You got to kick it away and hope that with 2 timeouts left that you don't do an out pattern. Now this is an opportunity for Chaparral. If you can get the punt, get it out of bounds, you get that field goal kicker an opportunity from long distance if you can get a play.
I think they might be going after it. No, they're going to play for the fake. No one deep. Bebo in a cloud. They're going to kick it away, and that looks like that's going to close the book on the first half. No, they may have time for one. Let it run out. Refs are going to stop it with 2.2. They're going to have time for one.
Put everybody deep. Let him throw underneath and tackle him.
Up 35-3. What are you, Barry Switzer?
Hey, man. No apologies when we're ranked number 1 in the state.
You got that right. Hey, it's a game. Football.
It's like I tell my kid, listen, you're 14 years old. He thinks he's all that. I'd never let him win in anything, but he's now starting to win. Yeah. So now, but I would never let him win.
They're going to
do anything to beat him.
They're going to go victory formation. Take a knee and go to the locker room up 32. All right, that brings to close the first half at Sports Authority Stadium. Hometown news broadcast of the Chaparral Wolverines versus the Highlands Ranch Falcons is 35-3 for the number 1 ranked team in the state.
Tough go for Highlands Ranch in the first half. It's one of those things you got to regroup, find the positives as you found them in the running game, and continue to let this team grow. It's a young team. It's a team that's probably going to be playing for next year. And, not that this year's over with, but you got to take positives. You're playing the number 1 team in the state.
And it looks like they got a pretty healthy cheerleading squad, too. Goodness gracious. There's got to be 50 or 55, 60 down there for the homecoming halftime festivities.
Well, let's the fans enjoy a little halftime show, and let's bring on the Poms and the cheerleaders.
God diggity.
Where's my girls? Come on.
All right, back at halftime, and I am the shortest of this three people standing in front of you. Abby and Morgan, correct? I got that right, both with the volleyball team. So, Abby, first of all, homecoming night, a little more special for you guys because the football team's ranked #1, or what?
Yeah, it's fun to be out there. We have pretty much our whole school out cheering for our team. We love it, and so it's good. And we're killing them, so.
it makes it a lot less stress for homecoming, doesn't it?
Yeah, a lot more fun.
All right, Morgan, you take a look, and you guys can't see at home, but they got these gold tights on. I don't know that I could pull those off, and if they make me look taller, I would certainly like that. But is there anything that goes with the gold? Is there a reason for it? You just wanted to be flashy?
Well, today was our homecoming class color day, and our class color was gold, and so we wore these to school, and then we decided to wear them to the football game because they're flashy and fun.
Class color. Now, what year are you guys?
Seniors.
We are both seniors. So this is it. This is the last ride before reality sets in, real life. Talk about the volleyball team, how you're doing, what your aspirations are. Are you going anywhere? You got any looks?
This
a lot of questions, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a lot of questions. A little overwhelmed. This year's volleyball team's looking good. We're working really hard. We lost a lot of our big hitters last year, but a lot of people have stepped up to make us good this year. As far as college goes, I'm going to Cedarville University in Ohio. I committed about a month ago. So
nice. So a little free education or partial
yeah,
scholarship. The parents loving that.
Parents are loving it.
Yeah, everybody wants their kid to get a scholarship this day. You know what the economy is? The election's coming up in November. What's been the key to the success for your volleyball team this year, and what makes it special as a senior?
Well, we're all together as a family. We all play for each other, like on and off the court. Like, it's just so much fun to play with each other, and I think that really helps us with our success because like our team chemistry is really is great, and so that really helps us with our team success.
All right, goals for the year. You know, you guys won 3 state titles. I think cheerleading. I think you had basketball title last year as well. So, I mean, 10-2. What's the long-term prognosis? What are you hoping for?
Long-term prognosis is winning state. We set goals at the beginning of the season, and we have a bunch of goals leading up to that. They include having fun every game to winning regionals to winning state. So that's our final goal, and we have a bunch of little goals in between there. So.
Well, let me tell you something. As a senior, you get to play a sport. Probably the time of your life, because I may be the first to bum you out, is that once it gets real, get through college, then the real thing happens. So this is the time of your life you got to enjoy, and I'm sure your girls are doing that and have those goals ahead of you.
Yes, we do, and like fans come and support us every game, so it makes it even more fun for our senior year. And so it's a lot of fun to play for them.
Well, these guys are 10-2, both seniors, looking for positive things to happen. Let's go back down to the field, watch a little more of the halftime festivities. Girls, thanks for joining us. Good luck on the season.
Thank you. Thank you.
You guys did very well, and they're both very tall.
one of your better experience on that side. Watching that.
Authority Field, it is 35-3, halftime in favor of Chaparral on homecoming. Pleased to be joined by Mr. Klaus.
Yes, sir.
And I'll tell you, Max Muscle.
Yes, sir.
Here enjoying the game. I think Chaparral showed Max Muscle, Mitch, in the first half.
Yes, that is, I'd have to say I wish I could take credit for that, but these guys this is absolutely fantastic. I love this game. A little bit lopsided, of course, but you know what? It's always good to come out here support the local high school and, work with them to, get the win. I mean, 35-3, because you know what? It's going to be a hard run to get that 35 points. I think they're going to run it off with it today.
Well, you take a look at this. I mean, there's so many teams in the Class 5A that are very good. So they're going to face teams down the road that they're going to need wins like this because they're going to get tougher. Talk about your business and being involved in this community. It's something, you're into nutrition, you're into health, and it's something that in the high school community and younger kids really need to start paying attention to avoid some of the problems.
Yeah, exactly. And it really starts actually younger than this crowd. The high school's a good place to start, but really you get them when they're younger. We're talking like for Parker in the Hawks, so you're getting them like 8, 9 years old and trying to teach them the proper eating habits. And it really comes down to the parents, teaching the parents the proper eating habits. And really what you hope to do is not only teach the parents and the kids, but it travels down so that it spreads from these parents, those parents, and it gets larger. But the parents are the key when they're that young. And realistically, when you end up teaching the parents, it flows down to the kids. It really does. So.
Well, and I think about nutrition. You got to teach nutrition because, as you said earlier, before the start of this game, so many things that are unknown, and when you get to something that's a natural product, you know what's in it. Right. It's got protein in it. You got you're watching your carbohydrates, and these kids are starting to know what they can put in their bodies and what it does.
Yeah, and also it's you mentioned protein. Protein's a very important part of these kids actually growing up. I mean, they're becoming men, and the one basic component that they need to do that, of course, you need the vitamins and the minerals, but you have to have protein. We're built of protein. Our muscles, skin, hair, nails, our organs, all protein. And, if that's deprived, which, deprivation, I don't know where that we would honestly put that, but too little is not going to get them to grow properly. Too much, realistically, that can have problems also.
Oh, absolutely.
But, a good source of protein and the right amount for these kids, not only does it help them grow to become men, but it also, like I said before, it's performance. It's them actually performing better on the field or whatever sport they're doing to excel. And maybe this goes into the future of them being a college athlete or maybe a professional athlete. But even without a side,
just taking care of yourself.
That's correct. Being healthy and learning those basics when you're young.
Well, and you got the cheerleaders out here for homecoming. You got the entire crowd out here, and anytime that you can be healthy, the kids are learning younger. They've got to because and we talked about it earlier. Yeah. The living expectation. These kids get around computers, they don't eat right, and that can happen. Tell people where you're located, how they can get a hold of you.
Yeah, we're on Max Muscle in Parker. We're at 10233 South Parker Road. We're about a half a mile south of Lincoln Boulevard on the west side of Parker Road. Give us a call at 303-783-4723 and hit me up on the internet, www.maxmuscleparker.com. And we do have the answers. We do have the solutions for your problems.
All right, Mitch Klaus, enjoy the second half. Big first half for Chaparral. Great meeting you, and I'll be in because I just moved to this area.
And you know what? We'll take care of you because you know what? It's time to put on some muscle and lose some body fat. We know how it is when we get more mature.
I just got off knee surgery. I need some help, and I need it now. Please help me. It's homecoming here. Chaparral up 35-3 at halftime over Highlands Ranch. Festivities still going on. These guys are a little rowdy down here. There it is.
And Noah Schmidt, accompanied by his dad. Next, please welcome our junior class candidates. Starting with Jaden Adams, accompanied by her mom and dad. Michael Henderson, accompanied by his mom and dad. Brittany Lala, accompanied by her mom and dad. Nate Canis, accompanied by his dad and Lisa Zipper. Olivia Calvert, accompanied by her mom and dad. Jimmy Marsh, accompanied by his mom and dad. Karina Henry, accompanied by her mom and dad. Kiefer Morris, accompanied by his mom and dad. Nicole Stewart, accompanied by her mom and dad. And Eric Thomas, accompanied by his mom and dad. Finally, please welcome our sophomore class candidates, beginning with Brittany Fuller, accompanied by her mom and dad. Stephen Debbie, accompanied by his mom and dad. Brenna Graves, accompanied by her mom and dad. Cole Lehman, accompanied by his mom and dad. Riley Martin, accompanied by her mom, dad, brother, and sister. Zach Lewis, accompanied by his mom and dad. Kristen Newton, accompanied by her mom and dad. Jackson Lolo, accompanied by his mom and dad.
As we enjoy the sights and sounds of homecoming here at Chaparral on hometownnews.tv, we've got the Wolverines leading 35-3 over the Highlands Ranch Falcons.
You gonna toss out some digits?
Yep, let's talk about some stats here. Zach Guy, 13 carries, 129 yards, and 2 TDs. Strong first half for the all-star running back.
What is that, just under 10 yards a carry? That's about what
that's
under 10 yards. You know what I'm surprised about, if you're going to look at Highlands Ranch, Joe, 9 carries for 52 yards. The problem comes in passing. Thames, 1 of 7. It's something that if Highlands Ranch is going to make this game competitive and at least get back in it, and we talked about seeing some of the positive things that they have to do, you got to get that passing game going. You had a couple of drops, but you take a look at the stat sheet and...
Well, you've got a balanced attack from Chaparral. 131 in the air, 129. He's got the 1 pick, but he's also got 3 TDs. I mean, it's just what you expected from the number 1 team. Dominant up front, grind it out, and then they're hitting them with the play action, and it's successful.
You've got to have balance if you're going to be a competitive nature and a competitive force in 5A. Chaparral has shown that. They did it last week against Pomona, the previous number 1. They get into league play with Highlands Ranch here, and it just keeps on rolling. It's homecoming. You know, these are 17-year-old kids. There's the king and queen, huh?
Hey, an experience I never got to experience. Oh, here we go.
It's good to be the king.
It's good to be the king. Little Irv Brown and Joe Williams. Oh, the crowd's excited about this award winner.
There's number 80.
Mitch Parsons. They've got a few of the football players out there. Some scores from around the state. The big game. Number 6, Valor Christian. And number 2, Fountain Fort Carson. Valor Christian up 17-0 just down the street at halftime.
I think they've lost 2 games. Both were a point.
Mullen, and then the game out of state.
Yeah, the Utah team. Sandy, Utah, maybe.
Yeah.
Lost by a point. So it's a team that's You know, you take a look at football in Colorado, and if you take away, of course, Colorado State, there's some good football being played.
Yes, there certainly is. But you know what?
And that's painful.
I'd have a hard time, from what I've seen thus far this season, not putting all my eggs in this basket at Chaparral. Coach Vogt's doing a fantastic job. And again, they lead 35-3 here over their conference rival Highlands Ranch at the half.
You know, and you talked about it. He's been able to send people to Division I, Auburn. You've got some other, you got
a lineman at Stanford. You got a lineman at CU. Jack Harris starting, and you got the lineman who just signed down Shane Callahan last year down at Auburn.
So you've got a program that the kids know if they come in and put it in, and they've got athletic ability, they've got a chance to play at the high next level. You've got a tight end here that's committed to CU. A little shaky on that commitment because it was verbal. Some other offers are coming his way, and you can't blame the kid. You got to take what's available to you, get the best deal you can, and see what can happen.
Yeah, you know what? Talking through Coach Vogt, he loves the fact that in his 7th year, he's had these guys from the get-go, and it's complete buy-in. They all work as one unit. You see how they play on defense. They fly to the ball as one unit. Everybody's got a hat on offense. That breeds success. It's a culture down here now.
And they build it, they're in communication with the feeder schools, with the junior highs. They see them at football camps. And they develop that repetition. They develop that repertoire. They develop the relationship early on. And this is what it comes into. And you get a team that now is ranked #1 in the state for the very first time.
You know what? Nothing against the private schools, but with all the controversy you heard about in the offseason with Logan and Mullen and all the things you hear about Regis and Valor Christian, it's great to see a school keep their kids, grow them up,
right,
and now contend for the state title with all the other guys.
And that's something the Highlands Ranch, on the other side of things, has to battle. You've got several high schools in one area, Rock Canyon. You've got
Mountain Vista,
Highlands Ranch could probably play down in 4A. They choose to play up in 5A because they've got a lot of competition for students, where they're going to go to school, and it's something Chaparral, they've got a nice niche now. They're able to draw those kids, and when you continue to do well in sports, and you continue to, like the 3 state titles a year ago, including boys basketball, you can keep kids coming here, and you don't lose them anywhere.
Definitely. All right, well, 30 seconds to go
for Highlands Ranch. What do you think? I mean, just for going in,
you got to do just positive. Focus on some positives. Oh. Let's go out there. Let's keep the ball with Cho. Let's get some things moving, maybe be able to establish a little bit, run into the power side, and then call some safe passes that get things into a rhythm. Not bouncing all over the place, but gets them into a rhythm. And then you don't think you're going to outscore the #1 team by 32 points, but let's just put some good things on tape and do some things successful. Now, from Chaparral's point of view, you got Gallup warming up on the sidelines right now. Delay a game, a flag. Have you ever seen this on sportsmanlike conduct?
Yeah, because they haven't gotten out, and they did it on it goes on. It goes on the team that's at home because they weren't ready to go. Homecoming probably lasted a little longer, so it's an unsportsmanlike conduct call, and I think it goes on the bench. Coach is right now trying to find out what that is, but I think that's what they're doing.
I'm not sure it's going to factor into the final here. Hopefully, executive producer Damon Blick can get us the names of the homecoming queen and spirit king, as my wife likes to call him. That's who she took to
Good to be the king.
Yeah, she went to a dance with the spirit king. We give her a hard time about that. All right, well, once we get this sorted out.
Was it a Mambo King?
Chaparral deferred when they won the toss and is going to be receiving the ball. But as back to what I was saying, number 15, the sophomore, Gallup, a heck of a passer, a heck of a quarterback, and they're going to groom him. I think this would be a perfect opportunity to get some of your backups, some good reps, some live bullets as we head in, so you're prepared for the big march through the Continental League.
The other thing is, at 35-3, you're going to get kids from Highland Ranch that are going to take the shots if they need to. Do you want to have your first teamers out there the entire time taking hits right there when you really don't need to? This is a long season. You got a lot of big schools down the stretch, so give your quarterback a rest a little bit. Plus, he's got homecoming festivities after the game. He's got to have a little left for the ladies.
Homecoming, hopefully for them, is tomorrow night. Pomona rebounding from last week, hammering Boulder 44-7. Looks like they're not going to put Malone back. He's been deadly, averaging about 30 yards per return this year. As we get some fans walking by.
The one thing that you're going to look at is when you look at the 5A classification, count the teams that could be in this thing that you're going to have a shot at the title. I mean, this 5A division is loaded.
Opening up on side. We may have something brewing here. Highlands Ranch, a great way to start momentum. Let's see what they're going to signal.
I saw officials converging way too much during the NFL season. Let's see how quickly they come to a decision.
At least none of these guys are on Facebook wearing one of these teams'
It went
jerseys.
10 yards. It had to go 10 yards.
As the refs deliberate.
We'll take this time. One Network Services. Troubles with your computer? For the best in computer service and support, contact One Network Services at 720-287-4647 or visit onenetworkservices.com. We are your full-service small business IT support company right here in Parker. That's 720-287-4647 or onenetworkservices.com.
Chaparral's going to keep it. Refs get it sorted out.
So are they saying it did not go 10 yards? I still haven't got the
by
explanation.
Their spot. Well, you had the penalty. They're kicking from the 45.
Okay,
they
so
spotted the ball outside the 35 at the 36.
So it went 9 yards.
Went 9 yards. Malone's going to be split out high. They're going to have the wing back in tight. That's that Gallup, the backup quarterback. Give to the up man, Van Manen, the other tight end. They move him around. H-back, fullback. It's going to pop one for about 5-6 yards. Brings up second down and a short 5, long 4.
Well, I think Highlands Ranch did what they had. You know, there was a penalty of the unsportsmanlike conduct, the late start to the second half. I thought it was a good call. You try to get some momentum your way. It didn't work your way. Now they still have a long way to go, 60 yards to try to get a score.
Looks like, sprint option.
A little misdirection and a pitch backwards, and look at that. Gain of 8.
I was just about to say, Highlands Ranch seems to have changed their splits on the weak side. They got both a D tackle and a D end in tight, as we got a young man down on the play.
You know, I never did like turf, but it's come a long, long way from back in the day when you and I, when I watched.
That's the star running back, Zach Guy, down on the play. We don't want to take a guess what it is.
Now, it happened on the other side of the field. We did not get a good look at it. But anytime anybody's injured on the field, especially at the high school level, hoping for the best. I mean, it's amazing to me what schools are doing now. And even my kid's 14 years old playing, and, you know, we got him a different helmet, the Virginia helmet that we ordered, because you got to watch even the kids now in the high school programs and the safety of what these helmets can do, and personal fouls and all that. I think it just goes from level to level. He's up and walking.
Going to get some help off by these senior tight end captains.
Maybe that left ankle is what it looks like he's favoring a little bit.
He's favoring that one a little bit. You know, they are doing some great things. You know, we hear so much about concussions and how the numbers in football are going down, quite frankly, and parents pulling their kids out of sports. I mean, we do baseline testing with our 8th grade team for concussions, and they can't, obviously they get dinged up. They can't return until they do pass the baseline test and are cleared by a doctor. I mean, it's a good thing that all the attention is being brought to it. But I hope it certainly doesn't scare parents away, because I can't tell you if there's a better sport out there for teaching someone that the world is not about them. The
Teamwork.
world is about the unit than football.
And Chaparral's performing that to the utmost, because they're number 1 in the state, and they do it. It's not an eye guy. They've got several players that can get the job done, and they've done it now into the 5th game of the season, the opening game of conference, and they continue to go by the same blueprint.
Kunze's looked great. He's had great numbers, 131 in the first half, but he has had a few passes that are thrown behind just at the reach. He had the one in the flat to Parsons in the first half. That one right there looks like he just didn't get his feet set.
And how about Highlands Ranch? It's what they needed. They needed a 3 and out. They got one.
Is that their first 3 and out of the night, Top?
I think there's because there was a 3rd down. They picked up the 3rd down and long.
Nolan Ellis into punt.
That goes out about the 27-yard line.
Yep, the junior Highlands Ranch is going to take over, see if they can't get something happening.
All right, Main Street Flower Market. Main Street Flower Market voted best of the best flowers in Parker for 8 years running and top 5 on Denver's A-list for 2011 and 2012. Located in Parker's historic downtown Main Street. Main Street Flower Market, where you will find beautiful custom flower arrangements for any event, delivering smiles daily. MainStreetFlowerMarket.com.
They go again with the motion and run the other direction. Looks like they might get a hold in there.
Nothing sweet smelling there. That we're going to march them back.
Brandon Miller in on the hit. We haven't talked a lot about R.J. Martin, partially because Keenan Foshi's having such a fantastic evening.
Well, the other thing is it's hard to find out who it is because time and time again it's gang tackling.
They certainly do swarm to the ball. You know what? And no one's above hitting on this team. I saw some tape with that wide receiver, Brandon Marshall, coming back on some blocks that are D-cleaters. Penalties on Chaparral. 1st down and 3, and they get the first, powering it up the middle.
And right now, if you're Chaparral, I think your main back's done for the evening because getting his ankle checked out, you've got the game under control. He's got over 100 yards. There's no reason for him to go back into the game.
All right. 1st and 10. They get a 3 and out. They move the chains. Dare I say, here come the Falcons. Thames is going to put it up. He's going to move to the pocket to the left. Throw that one away. They pick it?
Nah, I wasn't comfortable at all. That one hit the turf. I think it came off his offensive lineman, but he looked like he had some time in the pocket, but he slid left, and I'm not quite sure why because he had a little bit of time. But I think that defensive line will make you a little jumpy every time, I think.
That's for sure. I just saw them in the weight room the other day. They made me jumpy.
You actually saw weight room?
Well, I saw it. I walked through it to interview the coach.
It's like Tommy Boy.
On my way to the cafeteria.
Which way's the gym? You see the weight room?
Speaking of Tommy Boy, who's your favorite Yankee, Todd? We're running the reverse to Mary. Gets the corner. Picks up 6. It's going to put him at 3rd and 4.
I think it's a good job coaching by Darryl Gorman. He kept his boys after it. Went for the onside kick because he knew it wouldn't hurt him on field position. You get a 3 and out, and now you got your offense. It's got a 1st down. You're faced with a 3rd and 5, which is manageable, and you're getting some positive things going.
We've talked so much about Chaparral's buy-in tonight into Coach Vogt's system. How about Highlands Ranch's buy-in? You're down 35-3 to the number 1 ranked team in the state at halftime. You come out, get a 3 and out, and get 2 first downs right off the bat.
Well, and it's building on those small steps because you've got 5 or 6 games left in the season, and you want positive things to happen with your kids. Flags flying.
He's got his man,
and that one's picked.
The wrong guy. Dobbs on the pick.
Dobbs has had a good game as well.
Heck of a game. Let's get it sorted out.
See if we got a neutral. I think it's either a neutral zone infraction or it's a legal procedure. It's too quick for holding. Legal procedure.
They're going to turn that one down. Chaparral's going to take over in Falcon territory with 9:05 left to go in the 3rd. 35-3. The Wolverines. Hey, Todd, the kids these days, they love shopping at the discount stores. My son can't get enough of Savers. That's all he wanted for.
Hey, you got $1? I got a place for you to go. Hey, Parker, have you visited our only family-owned and operated discount retail outlet? Dollar Mania is located at the southeast corner of Parker Road and Cottonwood Drive in the plaza in front of Costco. Everything is $1. Makeup, costume jewelry, hair accessories, snacks, and helium balloons and autographed Roddy Bad pictures, all $1.
Those are the widescreens.
All right, is that glossy?
Yeah. Matte finish. It's better for my complexion. Malone, a quick hitter, gain of 10. This kid makes stuff happen, dude.
Well, homecoming right now turning out to be a very, very good night for Chaparral. They've shown what they can do defensively. Offensively, they've thrown the ball, they've run the ball, they've created turnovers, pretty much the complete package.
Going to give it right up the middle. And is that Zach Guy back in the game? There's a tough kid.
Well, so much.
32. Mitch Ross, the sophomore, 5'11", 175.
Yeah, Zach's still on the training table. I think just probably a mild sprain from the looks of it. I mean, I'm not a doctor, nor do I play one on TV.
Well,
good, wouldn't that be scary?
Knows that guy,
Dr. Romero?
That would be terrifying.
I don't think I could go to school that long.
I went to school that long.
I got the
I'm not a
attention
doctor.
span of a gnat.
Gonna run bubble. Don't
Good
want to get
defensive
curled
play.
up behind
Good
Brandon
defensive
Malone's
play by
lead.
Highlands Ranch. Things aren't going your way. They're still flying to the football. Nice open field tackle.
Blake Robbins, number 7, one of the guys in on the head. He's had a good night. Played discipline. Chaparral back to no huddle. Dobbs signaling the plays. One of the offensive assistants. They got Malone ISO'd on Robbins. They're going to throw it inside out route, run the rub. Blake Harris, one
he's
of the
had
triplets.
a big night. That's his third or fourth catch.
One of the triplets.
They can have their own football game at home at all times, probably.
I'd probably
got quarterback, receiver, defensive back.
The boys look good, but I bet Sister Brooke can hold her own.
Yeah, you'd have
up
to
in that family.
You have to. Pride's on the line here. You're inside the 5. You're down 35-3, and you still have 19 minutes of football left, and this is where it gets tough.
Let's see if we get that sophomore in the end zone. I'm going on a limb and calling zone. Van Manen moved back to fullback. They're going to get a timeout with 7:10 on the scoreboard here at Sports Authority Stadium. Todd?
All right, you want a little bit of fitness? I don't know if this is directed towards you and I, but here you go. It's football season, which means fall is here, but that doesn't mean it's time to fall out of shape. If you haven't been to Fitness 19 yet, what are you waiting for? Come in, let our certified professionals help you reach your fitness goals. Visit our location in Parker off 20 Mile in Dransfield. Fitness 19, you can go to fitness19.com.
Don't fall out of shape. My hunch is that requires you to be in shape in order to fall out of shape.
Yeah, I was going to wonder, can you fall into shape?
Fall into a circle. Monograms by K&K. Hey, Todd, if you're looking for letter jackets or embroidery work, Monograms by K&K has what you need at their shop in Parker. A new shipment of letter jackets just came in, so get yours before they're gone. We got jackets for Chaparral, Ponderosa, Elizabeth, Kiowa, Legend, and we can order any school we don't have in stock. Come by and get sized up. We're open Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monograms by KK.com.
I'm trying to see if the end zone is open, and it is.
Van Manen, the senior. Play him at the fullback. Give it to him over the weak side. Pound it in. Stretch it to 41-3.
Yeah, the second tight end, line him up as a fullback, and you got to play both positions, and that's what makes this team difficult. And what it does is, because you know there's other scouts for these schools looking forward to getting some tape on these guys, getting some looks at these guys, because you're going to see it down the line when Chaparral plays some of the big boys. You know, and Highlands Ranch is not there yet. They're building to try to get there, and it's just they have so many weapons for Chaparral. You're not going to be able to isolate, and if you take one part of the game away, they're going to be able to get to you by another game.
That's the biggest issue I see defending the Chaparral team, is you can't double the 10th ranked tight end in the country because the other tight end's deadly. You can't shade his side because they're going to split Malone out the other way and go deep. Hey, how about a word from our visiting team, Highlands Ranch?
The motto at Highlands Ranch High School is soaring for excellence. Choose your altitude. The motto is lived out every day for every student who walks through our doors. Highlands Ranch High School is an excellent, comprehensive high school that offers a wide array of courses and opportunities for every student to follow their passion and excel to the best of their abilities. Highlands Ranch High School prides itself on its strong academic program. It's been recognized by Newsweek for several years as a top high school in Colorado. Highlands Ranch High School has celebrated 2 Bet Your Scholars in the past 2 years. We offer a wide range of advanced placement classes with a large percentage of our students, 482 last year, accessing the AP program and achieving an impressive pass rate of 75.2%. Highlands Ranch High School is a strong, successful athletic program. During the 2011-2012 school year, Highlands Ranch was proud to have 8 All-Colorado athletes, 1 Colorado Player of the Year, 2 Gatorade Players of the Year, 2 individual state championships, and 1 team state championship. So both these kids, congratulate them. Great high school athletes on the field. They're scholar athletes, and hey, if you can't get the grades, you can't play. I added that in myself.
That was well done. Well, ad-lib by Todd Romero. They don't call him the best in the business for nothing. Altitude Zone, Todd Romero.
There you go.
Going to run that motion right, cut back left again. Going to get 2 or 3. It seems to be working. They're grinding it out.
They've had some success on it, and whatever their schedule holds down, and as I'm seeing who Highlands Ranch has next up on the board, but, you know, you're building towards the next week because, to be honest, as soon as this game's over, you got to look forward to the next one, and you've got to take whatever positive momentum you can get from this game and parlay it into something for next week.
Well, right now it's 2nd and 7 at their own 26. Now they're going to run that side with the running back. That's Prisco, the senior, 5'11", 180.
Yeah, Prisco's had a tough time finding some room tonight. Cho has been the one that's been able to carry the rock. Prisco, they've keyed on. The linebackers have him dialed in, and it's just tough sledding.
Twins, bottom of the screen. They're going to run the reverse to Mira again. Worked a couple times in the first half. It almost worked enough here, but it looks like they're going to be a couple yards short, bringing up 4th down.
You know, you can't see everything up here that's going on in the field, but the one thing that I think I've got to congratulate both coaches, Daryl Gorm, team has not given up, continues to play hard, and you look at John Vought's squad, and not a lot of talking afterwards, not a lot of showboating, and for me, I think that starts young, and I think you got to hold through that because if you learn how to win as well, you know,
for sure,
and how to act as winners.
You know, it's funny. They take over the #1 ranking in the state. They beat the #1 team, Pomona. Coach Vogt tells me the thing he's most proud of was that when Pomona's linebacker got hurt at the end of the game and couldn't come out to shake hands, his quarterback Max Coons walked all the way over to the bench and congratulated him on what a performance and was checking on how he was feeling. That's the kind of kids Vogt takes pride in having here at Chaparral.
Well, and don't think that the underclassmen don't see that and take an example of that because it's something, especially in high school, you don't want to see anybody hurt. You want to make sure that you're giving the right sportsmanship because we've seen it all too often. And you get to the higher levels, you know, you're up 35-3, and you have a good play, and you're celebrating something when the game's out of hand.
Here's a surprise from another game. Chatfield up 29-6 on Lakewood. That's a final, an early game final. Chatfield out of the Super 6, I think they call it this year. Malone, a big conference win. Coons is going to pull it back. He's got time. He's going to pull it down. He's going. Gain of 10, get him a first down. That's something we haven't seen tonight, Todd, is Coons having to move around.
The flag at the end of it, too. He may be looking at a face mask.
Or a horse collar. There is no coming off the pedal. Horse collar. It's going to tack on a few more. Still going to be first down for Chaparral.
Hey, do you have a web chick?
Not personally. I don't
Well,
require
you can
it.
get one. Have you been wanting to start a blog? Figure out Facebook, learn to tweet? Chrissy Morin from your Web Chick can help. Visit her local website at parkerbuzz.com to contact her. If you mention this ad, you'll receive a free 30-minute consultation at your favorite locally owned coffee shop through October 31st. That is not only Halloween, but my son's birthday. Big momentous occasion in the Romero family.
Wow.
But I think I may need to call Chrissy
for?
because, I got blogs that I need to be starting and the whole tweeting thing.
Our generation, we need pop culture consultants.
No, my kid comes down and changes the computer screen on me and stuff like that. And he gave me a logo of something for my fantasy football squad I still can't change.
Oh, the kids. It's a different world these days, Todd. Different world.
Well, you know what? You don't like playing fantasy football with 14-year-olds because mine paid a kid $5 and gave him Danny Amendola and got back Jimmy Graham.
I once traded a guy for the promise of a Donkey Kong machine.
Donkey Kong.
Yeah, there was a rule put in at the end of that year.
If it was Frogger, I could understand it. Remember the Seinfeld episode?
Oh yeah, I was playing some Donkey Kong and Frogger the other night at the local watering hole. They got some Cubert.
Oh yeah, little Space
Galaga,
Invaders.
Pac-Man,
Space
Centipede,
Invaders.
Punch Out, Mike Tyson's Punch Out. They haven't added the feature where you can bite someone in the ear yet.
No, Matt Schaub may be on that game. A little loss of an earlobe. Earlobes are overrated, I guess.
At least they can't be pierced. All right, here comes Chaparral, 1st and 10 from their own 40.
They've been in great
They're
field
going to let Coons
position
do
all
some
night.
throwing. He's going to throw it underneath. Another 10.
Great awareness of where the first down marker was. Saw where the defender was. Cut back to the inside. Leaned forward. Picked up another first down.
There's the other Harris boy, Blake. That puts him over 100 yards receiving on the season.
You can certainly tell that fall is in the air.
We got some fans asking us for roster. Here's Highlands Ranch for you. Hey, we're all about the community. We can help the community out here. Well, each team.
Each team. That way you can yell at the other people. That's all we got. There's a video copy machine on the... hold on, I got a commercial. Let me tell you where it's at. Hey, we're handing out our programs. What are you going to do?
What can you do? Chaparral with another 10. They seem to be gaining 10 every go.
Yeah, I don't know what they're... Got to be up, 350, 370 yards of total offense at this point?
About 140. And they're still going to work it without a huddle. Let Coonsey do his business. I got to think they're going to work Parsons or Van Manen underneath here at some point. We've only seen it once. We haven't seen the screen set up to him. Although with Guy out, the play action's probably not going to work as well. Give it to the up back. Van Manen again. 8 on that play. 2nd and 2.
Well, at this point in time, the Highlands Ranch defense has been on the field for so long. These kids, they don't have the size that Chaparral does, and the only way that you can win that battle is for quick if you get some 3 and outs. They've been unable to do that, and it plays against you because you're on the field for a lot longer while their defense is getting rest.
Gives it to the deep back, and he's going to break it. Did he get in? Yes, sir. Brandon Matt, a junior running back.
Well, I think you saw right there a tired defense. I mean, they're having a hard time recognizing, diagram what plays are coming out. Chaparral's still coming out with a no huddle, and when you do that, you keep the defense off balance. They've done it all night, and they continue to roll up the yards.
Sawyer Edwards in to make it an even 49 and extend his streak to 26 straight extra points. I seem to be putting the kiss of death on him every time he comes out here, but he's automatic.
It's up to the automatic.
How's your back, Todd?
Time to time, I need a little adjustment.
Well, then maybe you should look up Dr. John Stevens at Stevens Chiropractic. Do you have a disc problem in the lower back or neck? Do you want to avoid harmful drugs and surgery? Well, visit Dr. John Stevens and Parker's only DRX 9000 for help. Call 303-814-8000 today or visit www.drjohnstevens.com. John with an H, ladies and gentlemen. All you have to do are lose your symptoms. Good read there.
Hey, you got to the end of it all right, man.
And I fumbled on the goal line.
Something that Highlands Ranch wants to do at this point in time. Just get to the end of it. 49-3. It's a tough assignment. Team's number 1 in the state. You're coming in. It's homecoming. And you know that the coaches warned them not to take them lightly. This one's returnable. Little crease as well.
Blake Robbins. Blake Robbins having a good night. Had it up to full speed. Hey, another game going on in the state. Big 6 battle between Arapahoe and number 5 ranked Columbine. 21-9 at half. Columbine. Arapahoe's fumbled on their 1-yard line and gave up a TD kickoff return.
Well, it's getting that time of the year. Conference play is opening up. You got that little crispness in the air. Wake up in the morning and you actually got to put something on when you run out to get the paper. Not that I want to be around your neighborhood and watch you run out and get it.
I did it actually.
I
did
saw
today.
Had the night before. I don't want to see it in the morning.
Had to get the pants out of the car today. We're winding down here in the third. Just under 40 seconds to go.
That's a quick moving quarter.
Quick moving quarter. Wait, when it's 49-3. Everyone's hoping to get to Parker Med Spa quick. They're probably closed tonight, though. I could use a petty. They're going to play action. Last play of the. Oh, he gets outside, avoids one tackle, turns it up for 4 yards, and that looks like it's going to be the last play of the third with the Wolverines of Chaparral up 49-3 on the Highlands Ranch Falcons.
All right, Parker Med Spa. Parker Med Spa is Denver's largest spa, 3,500 square feet, 19 treatment rooms, and over 80-plus services. ParkerMedSpa.com. Come relax and feel better with us. Voted best of the best since 2002. Come see why. ParkerMedSpa.com.
They may be closed for the evening. Well, go out and get yourself a cold one. Moonlight Bartending. Moonlight Bartending. Relax and enjoy your event. Leaving the bartending to the professionals. Moonlight Bartending is your private bartender for all your party needs. Member Parker Chamber of Commerce. State tips certified, licensed, and insured. Visit us at www.moonlightbartending.com. Now, the executive producers and directors here at Hometown News didn't call Moonlight Bartending for us here in the booth tonight.
They didn't.
That's kind of depressing.
They wanted to make sure that we were on the straight and narrow.
There is still 12 minutes to go in the game.
I don't think there's anything narrow about either one of us.
This is true. We fill the booth. All right, let's see if Highlands Ranch can't get something going. Put some things on tape like we talk about. Thames is going to drop. He's going to throw the quick out.
Another drop. Another drop.
You know, I can't bag that one, though. He was a little late on the. He was looking left, trying to look off the safety, and it got there a little late to Galloway.
Hits you in the hands, you got to catch it.
True dat, as the kids say, Todd. True dat. My 5-year-old dropped that one the other night. True dat, Daddy.
That's scary.
Dokey.
The English
The
language.
Jabes. Offset eye. Here goes mirror motion again. I'm guessing run left. Nope, they're going to run behind the fullback. Cho again.
Boy, that's awful close. They're going to be about a half yard short, I think, Roddy. But at this point in time, if you're a half yard short, do you go ahead and go for it?
Silva's coming out favoring that shoulder. De Silva. He's got himself his first reps of the year. Oh, maybe it's the hand. Hernandez will go back in. Let's see what the Falcons do here. It looks like he's going to send things back in. They might be going for it. Hey, this is a good teaching moment, a good coaching moment for your kids, a good gut check to see, hey, I believe in you. And here comes our rosters back, and a wonderful thank you from the community leader. And they got it. Quick go, quick count, right up the gut.
Well, you stay on the ground, you keep the clock running, you accomplish a couple of things. You get 4 more downs, and you wind this thing. Because here's the deal. You got a long season left. You're playing the number 1 team in the state, and you don't want your guys injured as well. I mean, it'd be nice to get in the end zone for some pride. 49-10 feels a lot better than 49-3.
Seems to be a bit of confusion. They're going to call a timeout. The Highlands Ranch Falcons. And we'll use that opportunity to talk to you about the Parker Task Force. The Parker Task Force for Human Services wishes to thank the Chaparral High School community for all they do for the task force. The task force truly appreciates all of the volunteers who work in the food bank and at the monthly food drives. This all-volunteer-based nonprofit agency couldn't do what it does to provide food and limited financial assistance to the local community without the help of all of you. Please continue to support the Parker Task Force. www.parkertaskforce.com. And that's really what we're all about, is the community here.
Look at look at Kuhn's in the back. You got the jackets with your name on the back. I mean, that's nice, right? You see it?
Those are nice. I see it. It must be Kuhn's mom.
Either that
Bebo's mom right behind her.
There you go. I interviewed a couple of volleyball players at halftime, and they're 10-2. All the sports here at Chaparral doing very well.
There's Cho again for 6.
Yeah, he's had a good game. I mean, he's been somebody that you can hang your hat on. He's gotten positive yardage every time he's touched the ball.
They're going to go quick.
Made something out of nothing.
They're going to go quick. Looked like they were going to huddle. Busted it out like that kickoff play that so many schools do these days. I'm not quite sure I still understand. They're going to play action him. They're going to look one-on-one down the field. Thames thought about it, pulls it down, and another drop
Thames did
ball.
a great job of pulling up. Looked like he was going to run the football and puts it on the money. That's just lack of concentration. I mean, other kids are trying hard, but that's a drop. You just got to have that. That gives you a first down at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you don't expect that from Mike Mira, one of the leaders on this team.
Well, you know, everybody has a bad day. Into everyone's life, a little rain must fall. It's pouring right now.
I feel like I live in Seattle. It's 3rd and 4. Just shy of the 50-yard line for the Falcons. Big play if they're going to keep this drive alive, obviously. They're going to run reverse. Mira just dropped it. They're going to give it to him. And he falls 1 yard short, it looks like.
Yeah, and you know what? You're in 4-down territory. You're a yard short. You did it on your side. Why not do it again? You've got to do it at every play now. There's 8:42 left in this game, and you're down 49-3. The thing here is to get in the end zone, bottom line.
All right, so it's 4th and 1 at the 48-yard line. It's a pride check here for the Falcons. They're going to go straight eye, twins top side. They're going to run that. Oh, no, Thames is going to keep it. Scrambles right for the first down and then some.
You know what's great about Thames, and the one thing he's going to build on, he's only a junior now and going into his senior year next year. He does a great job faking the football.
Great job hiding it there.
He does. And I've seen it all game long. Chaparral's very well coached, and they know what he's going to do most of the time because they've studied. But this guy's got a nice job and does a nice job putting into the gut of the fullback, the halfback, pulling it out, and faking with the football.
You got to be sound, play your gap, be responsible, do your job. All right, 1st and 10 for the Falcons here inside the 40. Same formation. Give it to the up back.
It's a little high step, positive yards, with gain of 2. But it keeps the clock rolling, and, you know.
Hey, I can't say enough about the heart of these Highlands Ranch Falcons. 49-3. They're still fighting their butts off.
Well,
grinding it out. They've picked up 2 4th downs on this drive alone.
The other thing is coaches have an idea of, all right, this second half you've only given up 14 points. So far when you go back and look at this, say, hey, the first half we didn't play well, but you recouped and you played well in the second half.
Thames again on play action, darts it in. There's a great grab. Fantastic grab by the senior Galloway. Team's leading receiver.
Moves the chains. Another first down. So you play this now. You've given up 14 points in the second half. You get a touchdown here, and you look at the game in the microcosm of we're down 14-7 in the last 2 quarters to the number 1 team in the state, and that's how you promote this team going forward.
And Vogt can use it going forward too. You know, Coach, that looked like a little movement on the right side. Thames is going to drop back, feel some pressure.
Yeah, that one broke down from the beginning. They had great penetration from that left defensive side. Came in, Thames recognized it, but he couldn't do it quickly enough. Stepped up, still a loss of 4 or 5 yards on the play.
Adrian Hunt. We talked about De Silva earlier. Adrian Hunt's a junior who's seeing his first action of the season tonight. All right, second in a bunch. 16 looks like. Twins top of the picture, straight eye. Are they going to run the reverse? Fumble, ball's down. And that's where the momentum goes away. Says goodnight. Fumbled exchange.
Well, at least he hopped back on the ball, but Highlands Ranch now you're 3rd and 25. And what was a promising drive is, Chaparral blows up a lot of things, and unfortunately for Highlands Ranch, they put the ball. You've got to play a perfect game to even be in it against a team like this, and you can't turn the ball over. That's been the 4th or 5th time that the football's been on the ground.
All right, here we go. 3rd and 25 according to the board. Ball's on the 40. Miras going in motion. They're going to go that counter again. He's got a seam. Good open field tackle right there. Is that Yancey? Nope. That's number 7, Peyton Navarro.
I think you go ahead and go for it. It's 3rd and 15.
Why wouldn't
You're
you?
at the 30. There's 4:36 left in the game. Get another offensive play. Get the fellas a little confidence. Hey, you don't pick up the first down, you get another rep.
Steve Winwood once said, when you see a chance, take it, Todd. And find romance.
They got a laugh from the crowd, although I don't know if they were talking about you.
No, they just saw you.
They'd be applauding me.
We're going to get a timeout here. We're going to discuss things.
All right,
See if
True
we can't go to
U,
the bag
a
of
shopping emporium. True U, which is Parker's newest booth rental and shopping emporium, is located at Main Street and Parker Road. There's a grand opening party Saturday, September 29th. That would be tomorrow. Door prizes, refreshments, and surprises. Everyone is welcome. Come down to True U this Saturday and check it out. Go to trueushop.com.
Homecoming week, Todd. That means some people are having parties. Some people's kids. I wouldn't know anything about that. Arapahoe with their homecoming last week. But Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning. Heaven's Best Carpet Cleaning will be there to clean up after the party. They'll make your home look new again. And our 1-hour dry time will allow you to get back to your life without having to wait for the carpets to dry online at heavensbestparker.com.
So you can get the carpets cleaned and dried before the parents get home. 1 hour.
It's pretty good right there. That promotes you a door charge.
Absolutely.
Everybody chipping in for the carpet cleaning. All right, here they go. 4th and 16, Twins top of the picture. They're going to stick in the eye, not split 3 out. Play action again.
Got time.
There's the seam. He's going to throw it deep to the end zone, and that one is going to fall short. Threw it off his front foot there. Just trying to throw it up for grabs, but going to turn it over on downs with 3:58. Let's see if Mr. Gallup gets some reps here.
Time ticking down in this one, and Chaparral will again,
Here comes
I think
Gallup.
with this decisive score, will hold on to the #1 ranking.
Starters are done for the night. Gallup under center, the sophomore, took the team to the Air Force Championship at 7-on-7. Brandon Matt, who had the last touchdown, the junior running back, breaks one for about 15 to 25, which would be probably 20 if you average 15 and 25.
I'm not a mathematician, nor do I play one, but yeah, I think you're right.
You know who is a mathematician? Remember Winnie Cooper?
I
from
do.
No, from the Wonder Years.
Wonder Years.
Just got her
Winnie
algebra
Cooper.
book for my youngster. Winnie Cooper.
She's doing a lot better than Erin Moran. See her on Yahoo.com?
Yeah. She's living in a box down by the river.
In a van down by the river.
Gallup's going to try to give it to the up back.
The funny thing about that is Scott Baio's got a new show coming on. He looks tremendous.
What does that
Joni
say about
loved Chachi,
society?
but Chachi apparently didn't love Joni very much.
Scott Baio's got a show coming out? There are too
He does?
many channels. We should be on.
Well, that's
if
why
Scott
you go-
Baio's got a show, how are we not on TV?
Well, that's why
Hometown
you come
News.
Hometown News instead of watching that show. But, yeah, Chachi's back on TV.
What's Chachi doing for the community? There's a question I pose. Let's ask the people, what's Chachi done for the community?
Oh, isn't a tchotchke a little decoration?
Oh, true that, as the kids say again. Sophomore again on 2nd and 2. Mitch Ross, hard-nosed kid.
Sports Authority Stadium, 2:04 left in this one, 49-3. You know, Chaparral's showing why they're the number one team in 5A, and why they're going to be a team to contend with. This league opener, Highland Ranch has tried to hung in, and actually, the second half, it's been a 14-0 game, and that's what you got to hang your hat on.
They're going to let Gallup air it out.
He's got a man, deep. Too.
Oh!
Perfect pass.
Picks it up and scores.
They're going to mark it at the 1 yard line.
So he can advance it. Spencer Bills quietly having a big night.
Oh, he's going to be bummed. That's a touchdown.
Gallup's going to be bummed too. That would have looked good on the stats.
That was a great throw. Perfect over-the-shoulder throw. Caught him in stride. Not quite sure what he was doing, if he was trying to celebrate early or what was going on there. But, God, you hate fumbling the ball on the 1 yard line when you're getting in to score.
I don't
get
think
a little more sugar at homecoming when you get in the end zone.
I don't think poor Bills has got in the end zone all year. That might be his one chance thus far.
You know, the boys are never going to let him forget this one.
Oh, no.
So do you throw a quick hitter out to him and let him try to score?
No, kid had a shot. I'll tell you what I do. I give it to that sophomore, Mitchie Ross. That guy's been blocking hard all night.
46 seconds left in this game. What's the odds that Chaparral will just kneel on it?
They got to be right up there.
The insurance advisors in Parker, where we don't work for any one insurance company, we work for you. Call us for a free quote today at 720-210-9898 or check us out online, theinsuranceadvisors.net. Theinsuranceadvisors.net.
The World Wide Web. Hey, I want to thank Al Gore for inventing the World Wide Web.
I guess you got to thank him for something.
It's that political year. We're so knowledgeable.
A little bit of knowledge gets you.
Looks like they're going to go victory formation, take a knee.
Classy move. I was wondering what they were going to do at that point in time. Yeah, that's you know what, I admire that. You always want to score points to make sure you keep your lofting number one ranking. 49-3 will do it. I think it's a great move and a class move by John Vogt.
Both schools and the school district, a class organization. Douglas County Schools helping us out. Chaparral and Highlands Ranch. Chaparral's homecoming. A 49-3 victory as time's going to run out on this one. Both teams going to the center of the field for the handshake and the exchange of pleasantries. Todd, a heck of a game for the number one ranked team.
Yeah, I think they did everything. As you see the final seconds tick off the clock at Sports Authority Stadium, and you take a look at what this team has done, there wasn't a weak spot. And Highlands Ranch is a team now 2-3. They're building towards the end of this year. They're getting underclassmen some experience. But the one thing you can say about Chaparral High School is that they're a very well-rounded football team. They have to have that going forward. They've got all the elements. If you stop them running the ball, they can throw the ball. They've got a good intermediate game. You can't pick your poison with this football team.
That certainly showed tonight. I mean, they didn't repeat anything. They just kept plugging away, running different looks, doing different sets. Nothing unusual, but everything done at the top level for the number one ranked team. The number two ranked team looks to be losing to Valor tonight, who's number 6. They'll move up. It's anybody's ball game, but right now you got to think hard about giving it to anybody but Chaparral.
I think what they've done is you go into a game after a big win against Pomona. Like I said, you never know what you're going to get with 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And you get them on the football field. It's homecoming. You got a conference opener. They stuck to business. They knew that staying at the top of the mountain is tougher than getting there. And it's something in 5A with the talent in this football state. They're going to be tested down the road. And I think that's when you got to take out and run everything you've got in your playbook. Show your repertoire, because you don't know what you're going to have to turn to when it gets tough. And it will.
Oh, it's definitely going to get tough. Last year they fell to Malone in the playoffs. You never know who you're going to face this year. There's 10, 11 teams that can certainly contend this year.
Well, Pomona's going to be in it just because, it's one of those things that you've got to play who's on your schedule. You can't worry about what everybody else is doing. And I think as long as Chaparral stays to that mentality and spreading it around and the team is one and they rely on that offensive line, they're going to continue to do good things like they did on homecoming tonight.
It was a great opportunity for our inaugural broadcast to be out here for Hometown News and talk about some of the great difference makers in the community and all that's going on in the community. You met with the volleyball players at halftime and all the great things these schools out here in Douglas County and Parker are doing. And we definitely want to thank the Douglas County School District, Chaparral, Highlands Ranch for all the hospitality they showed us and welcoming us to the game. We want to thank everybody here at Hometown News who's doing their best to promote everything going on in Parker and Douglas County, from government elections to farmers markets. Look to Hometown News and RelyLocal Parker to take care of your local needs. Our production coordinator was Mike Harity. We have production managers Kirk Selby, EP Damon Blick, that's executive producers to you. We got to thank our camera guys, Don Brookins, Brett Alice, and Shane Anthony, who did a lot more than just run camera. Kirk Selby on the beta cam again. Mitch Kloss joining us from Max Muscle, our featured sponsor. We also had Leanna Osgood, Courtney Howie, Trish Robitaille, Keena Peterson, Paul Stedman, our spotter. Great job tonight through the glass, Paulie. Chrissy Morin. We had Helani Ellis, her home local business.
Yeah, I think I'm going to get one of those coupon dividers with the Bronco colors, man. She's got to be talked into it. I do all the shopping at home, by the way.
That scares me.
My wife's listening.
On multiple levels.
She's probably mad at me.
Our field producer, Cynthia Ellis, and our grip, Devin Gilmer. From a partner, Todd Williams. This is Roddy Babb, thanking all of you at Hometown News. You make this show. Support your community. Good night, everybody.
See ya.